All right. Welcome to session 1 of the Grey Brotherhood campaign. Thanks for joining us and watching tonight. 25 years ago, the West Point Wargames Committee played Dungeons & Dragons in a campaign run by me. Now we've reunited to play Adventure Conqueror King system using the new Imperial Imprint rules. ACKS II. This is the first actual play to be recorded using the ACKS II rules. Let's get everyone to introduce themselves. We'll start with Jonathan.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, sometimes referred to as Big J, and my character is Gwynfar. He is an elven spellsword.
Grant?
Hi, I'm Grant. I'm playing Higlak, the fighter Ravager.
Okay, Newton?
Hello, I am Newton, and I am playing Riemann Oris, the crusader of the party.
Nice. Willie?
Hey, I'm Willie, and I'm playing Tyrenius Orn, who is an elementalist. I'm an air elementalist, and that's the summary for now.
All right.
I'm a human.
Hi, I'm Sean, and I'm playing Castinus, the Venturer.
Nice. And James.
Hi, I'm James, aka JY, aka Youngbly. I am playing Avarice McCade, a thief.
Right on. All right, so let's get rolling with the adventurer's background. So, for over a century, the stronghold of Turos Tem has guarded the borderlands from the beastmen, the wildlands beyond. But now, despite the ever-watchful eye of Turos Tem's guards, beastmen raiders have somehow gained a foothold in the Viaspen forest to the north, from which they've begun striking at nearby settlements. Local farms and hamlets have been sacked and pillaged. Entire families have gone missing, and even the merchant caravans from the nearby town of Sayadanos have come under attack. The number and frequency of these attacks points to a threat beyond a simple nomadic group of beastmen. Legate Ulrin Valerian, commander of Turos Tem, has too few men to patrol the border, because his garrison has been stripped away for a distant war in the west. Therefore, he has written to the members of the Grey Brotherhood, a well-renowned adventuring group that was famous some 20 years ago, asking them for assistance in his plight. The Grey Brotherhood has sent you, their children, to assist. Okay, so we begin with you guys at Turos Tem. And let me show you what Turos Tem looks like. Boom. All right, so it is a massive tor that rises over the Chrysaor River. At the top is the fortress. You are currently approaching the main gate. You, anybody in particular want to be holding the letter from your parents, the letter of introduction?
Yeah, I'll take that if no one else does.
You take that? Okay, sounds good. All right, and Jonathan, what was your father's character name again? Or your brother, rather.
Father, Ivor.
That's right, Ivor. Okay, great. All right, so you guys approach the gate under the banner of the Grey Brotherhood, proudly flying, and the gate planks open, and you see a man about 50 years old, weather-beaten skin, once proud features, kind of tired and weary. He's assembled with a number of troops, all dressed as Aran legionaries. He himself is wearing the garb of a legate. And he says, "Ilvar, I'm so glad you've come."
Sorry, that's my brother. My name is Gwynfar.
Your brother? But where's the rest of the Grey Brotherhood?
Well, I think they all retired.
We are the Grey Brotherhood.
And this is the Grey Brotherhood now. I'm the son of Ivor, and I'm sorry, the brother of Ivor, and these are the sons of the men that you knew.
Oh.
And we are ready to do what you require.
I see. Well, why don't you come into the fortress? I had anticipated veteran heroes, but I suppose you'll do if you're the sons of the Grey Brotherhood. You must be well trained and mighty yourself.
Indeed we are.
Excellent. Well, if you would, please speak your names to my subaltern here. She'll record your entrance into the fortress. So a young woman who looks slightly elven, she has slightly elven features, kind of golden eyes and silver hair, and she salutes you and takes out a registry. Please state your name and profession for the registry.
My name is Avarice McCade. I am a dungeon explorer.
Avarice is in greed?
I was, shall we say, known for stealing from my siblings.
I see. Well.
I have an actual name, but Avarice will do for now.
Wonderful.
I'm Heglack.
Heglack. Could you spell that for me?
Hygla. I think that's a K.
Good enough. Thank you. And who is this handsome man? She looks at Castinus.
Hello, my name is Castinus. My father was a great, or I believe he was a great merchant and a supplier. He has since gone to seek his fame and fortune in supplying and helping the war effort. And myself and the party, we are here, and we're here to answer the call. I assure you, quite capable.
The legate turns. He's like, "Wait a minute, you're Acrodinus' son?"
The same.
And he comes up and he slaps you on the back. He's like, "The good times I had with your father. One time we were playing a game of Carpeggies, and we had two entire barrels of the rum ration were at stake, and I lost. And damn it, if he didn't take that rum, my men were so pissed at me, you would not believe it."
Nothing has changed, Dominus.
He says, "Well, come on in. So he leads you into the fortress, which you should be able to see on your screens right now, and takes you back through into his villa. And in the villa, he says, "Please have seats." He guides you through this splendid waiting room, past a pavilion which has a paved garden with peacocks wandering around, and finally into a dining room area where there are banquet couches in the Aran fashion. And he says, "Please make yourself comfortable, and we can chat about what's happening." Okay, so you guys are sort of... Oh, go ahead.
I grab my seat.
All right, so you get yourself comfortable. As soon as you lay down, a serving girl emerges from the corner, and she says, "We have salted chickpea pancakes as an appetizer."
That'll be fine.
Wonderful. Please take your seats. So she's bringing you salted chickpea pancakes, and then another serving girl comes out, and she begins to. She says, "We have Nichaean honeyed ambrosia or Cheldorian mint cordial."
Do you have any ale?
Ale? No.
I'll take some of the
I'll have some
ambrosia.
ambrosia.
Excellent. Fine choice. So she's pouring ambrosia for you all. And it smells like honey and fruit. This is a girly drink for sure. She hands it to you and smiles at you. Puts a little umbrella in.
Thank you.
It's a fine drink for a mage.
Excellent. So the legate comes in after a bit and he says, good, you've made yourselves comfortable. Excellent. Well, I don't know how much your parents have told you, but it started several weeks ago. with increasing frequency. It might have even started before that, but we always get sporadic raids, so it's hard to tell the pattern. But they've been increasing in intensity. And it's not just orcs or goblins or hobgoblins. It's all types of beastmen, amassed in groups. Orcs, hobgoblins, gnolls, bugbears, even reports of zombies and strange abominations coming from the forest. We've lost dozens of peasants already. Multiple homesteads have been burned down. And as you can see, my garrison here is so thinly manned, I don't have the men to go hunting around in the forest to try and sort this out. So, the reward is 2,000 gold pieces if you can find out who's behind all this and put an end to it and restore safety to the Troyes 10 region.
How much per beastman?
How much for beastmen? It's a flat fee of 2,000, but you're welcome to keep any treasure you can find exempt from Imperial taxation.
Legate, may I ask, your fortress here seems to be very resplendent for a frontier, which is great, which means you've been managing your resources well. But have you been paying the appropriate tithes and offering the appropriate sacrifices so that these troubles do not come to your land?
He says, well, the decor you must blame on my wife. I fear I myself am not a man of great taste. As far as the sacrifices, yes, we have a priestess here. She runs our hospital. She's a priestess of Mitiara, and she has been maintaining the hearth fire and attending to the needs of the men. But she, I must admit, she is concerned. Many of the men have been stricken with very terrible nightmares, and she herself has complained of them. It might be worth speaking to her.
Nightmares.
Yes. And as he says, nightmares, another serving team arrives, and they say, the next course will be roasted boar stuffed with blood sausage. And they start bringing out plates of boar stuffed with blood sausage.
Finally, some meat.
Accompanied by Terenian brandy and apple juice with almonds and cinnamon. And start serving that to you. He says, what other questions can I answer for you?
Are there any traveling mercenaries or other people seeking employment here?
He says, there were some, yes. They were down at the inn, just at the base of the fortress. I'm not sure if they've already set off. They were trying to collect the reward before anyone else could. But you could find them there, perhaps. Some of the legionaries have expressed interest as well in joining expeditions. You'd have to speak to their centurion and get his permission to take them away.
Has there been any pattern to where, relative to here, the deaths have occurred? Are they happening more in one place than another?
He says it forms an arc that seems to run like this around the edge of the forest. So I suspect the epicenter is somewhere northeast of here.
Legate, when you say northeast, do you mean on our side of the river?
I misspoke. Northwest of here. This side of the river, yes. In the Viespin forest to the northwest. They've already passed the river. This is the problem. I'm able to usually keep the beastmen on their side of the river, but these have made it through into the forest. Oh, look, our accompaniments are here. Goat cheese and honey with black peppers.
Well, it is good that your resupply convoys haven't been intercepted.
Oh, they have. It's been dreadful. I mean, dreadful.
Do the serving girls and staff look well cared for, well fed?
Yeah, they do. He says, we're living off of just what we've got stored in the fort right now. If this continues, I might have to cut down to 2 courses per day.
Have you seen any? Did you mention? You did mention beastmen and lower forms of life. Have you seen any organized resistance or any organized management, leadership? Any indications of what's behind this?
I do think there's organized leadership. The beastmen aren't prone to cooperate across their tribes without one. And the efficiency with which they've been taking prisoners, I think, speaks to organized leadership, because usually the beastmen will eat the dead more than capture them. But they've been taking a lot of prisoners.
Oh.
Speaking of eating, can I get some more of that boar? It's delicious.
Bring this man some more of the boar. So one of the serving ladies trots out, brings him some more boar. Other questions?
Have any prisoners escaped?
No prisoners have escaped. Not a one. Nothing's come out of that forest.
You know how many prisoners approximately?
Perhaps 24.
And mostly peasants.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
some merchants have gone missing as well as the men-at-arms that were defending them. The head of the Merchants Guild down in town might know more.
what season is it?
It's spring.
Okay, so the trees aren't dry.
So this must be pretty disruptive to the planting of the fields and so forth.
Yes, it's exceptionally important we get this solved within a month or so, or it's going to cause a real problem. Not to mention, it makes me look weak to the men to not be able to keep control of the area assigned to me by the Empire. And in these uncertain times, no one can afford to look weak, you understand?
Of course.
Dessert is here.
If you'll pardon me, Leggett, we have had a long journey. I was wondering, which direction to your privy?
One of the serving girls can take you. So one of the serving girls comes over to you and she says, "Please come this way." The rest of you are delivered figs with dates all drizzled with honey.
When the servant girl and I are alone. So, I know sometimes the lower classes are more aware of things than those who would be over them. What have you heard about these raids?
She says, well, between you and me, elves still live in the Viespen forest, but they've gone feral and they're craving the flesh of men. The captives are being taken to be eaten. I would watch carefully for that so-called friend of yours. He's probably one of them.
Well, it's not cannibalism if it's not your own race, so...
Oh. Of course it's cannibalism. We're people.
Yes, which is why we don't eat each other. Or elves.
Here's the privy. And, she steps back so that you can relieve yourself in private. All right, so back at the meal, the legate has just finished eating some of his honey dates when his centurion comes in, leans down into his ear, and he nods and says, "Yes, of course." He says, "My friends, please excuse me. If you wish to ask further questions, I'll be down at the parade field with the centurion. We have to train the men now. Otherwise, feel free to speak to the hospitalists at the hospital and temple. If you can't find accommodations in the inn in town, I'm sure we can make some for you here in one of our empty barracks. They won't be as comfortable, but of course we're happy to do that."
I get. Would it be an imposition if I joined you on the inspection of the men?
No, not at all. You're welcome to join me.
Thank you.
I'll grab like a piece of boar on my way out and follow Gwynfor and say, Yeah, I want to see this pomp and circumstance myself.
Nice. Okay, that's cool.
I'll come along too.
All right, so you're all going to head out to see the dwarf.
Well, I was going to. If there's noise, I apologize. She likes to rub the microphone. I will actually head down to the inn unless somebody wants to come with me.
Nope, that's fine. You can head down to the inn. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Anybody want to go with James to the inn?
Yeah, I was actually planning on heading to the hospital.
I can go to the hospital first and then.
We have Sean. His camera is dark for me. I don't know. Did we lose him?
We might have lost Sean. Hopefully.
His indicator is white.
What's that mean?
That makes me wonder if it means he's disconnected.
All right, I'm going to kick him and he can come back in. Yeah.
I was just guessing he probably would be more interested in somewhere besides the parade ground.
Yeah, we probably also need him because he probably has more gold than any of the rest of us, and we want to hire people.
Yes. Okay, so the parade ground is over here, so those of you heading that way, and the tavern is down here, so those of you heading that way. So
Where's the hospital?
The hospital is here.
Okay.
So tavern down here, hospital here, and parade ground over here. So we'll do the hospital first.
Okay.
So the hospital is a 75-foot square building with a 25-foot square interior courtyard that's open to the sky. There's a double ring of rooms with an arcade in the middle. Each of the rooms is for patients or wounded soldiers. And in the middle of the courtyard is an 8-foot-tall marble statue of Meteora, the noble lady, which holds up an ever-burning torch. There's stone prayer benches, garlands with flowers, cut a corner to the statue. And the remainder of the courtyard is planted with medicinal herbs. And you see an elderly woman in white robes, and she is working on the medicinal herbs and kind of gently humming to herself as you stride forward.
Yeah. I approach her and announce my presence, bowing slightly. Priestess.
Oh, well, you're a nice-looking one.
Oh, most kind. I am a crusader.
Crusader for what?
For Aminar. Are you the head of the hospital?
Oh, she looks at your holy symbol, kind of looks at it close, peering. Her vision is immaculate. She's like, oh, a fellow brother in the faith. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Are you the Reverend Mother that runs this hospital?
Oh, I'm not so high as a Reverend Mother. I'm just a priestess. You're just in time for the clipping of the goldenrod. And she kneels back down and takes out her shears. You can tell she's having a little trouble seeing.
Okay. And are you running this hospital alone, or do you have other priestesses here with you?
Oh, I have two priestesses, hospitalists, Adara and Drakima. They're very good. Young, but very good. Very good.
I see. And have they been the ones mostly dealing with the patients here?
No, I mostly do that, you know. But still, she holds up her gnarled hands and she says, there's still some life left in these old hands.
I was wondering, priestess, where might your assistants be right now?
She cries out, Adara, Drakima, hoof, hoof, hoof. And we see two young women come running out. They're novices of Meteora. They're in white silk chitons with gold silk sashes. And they're carrying wax tablets and styluses. And, yes, priestess, they say. She says, well, this young man was looking for you.
I bow to greet them.
They bow back.
I was wondering, as far as the hospital goes, if there were any supplies that we might be able, while my companion here is talking to your head priestess if there are any supplies that we might be able to review and see if we wanted to purchase.
Oh, the gentleman says, "Oh, take them over to one of the medical storerooms and show them what you've got." "Yes, of course," says Adara. "I'll take you straight there." So the two priestesses kind of trot over into the corner of the hospital and takes out this, one of those huge, clunky, ancient keys. It's like, opens up the door. And inside, there's 8 chests, medicine chests. And he pops open one of the medicine chests. And you see about 24 pounds worth of healing herbs in stopper jars. There's a stretcher, a pair of crutches, a large and a small surgical saw, and then a variety of prostheses.
I will wait until you're done with Newton. Or was Raymond? I have some questions.
All right, we'll come back. We'll go over to who's heading down to the Traveler's Inn.
I think we're heading down to the inn after the hospital.
Okay, got it.
Oh wait, Sean's going down by himself. Okay.
Sean, you
No,
want to do-
James, Alvarez, I'll stay with you. We'll go together.
All right, so let's go back over to the parade ground then. Okay, brilliant. So over at the parade ground, there's a large wooden podium. You can see it was once painted bright red and gold, but rain and age have left it kind of faded pink and dun. And around the podium, the grass and the scrub have been trampled flat by the daily tread of men. And you see there are about 12 cavalry, 15 archers, and about 30 infantry working in various battle formations here. So and they're being...
Can you bring me
They're being overseen...
Your transmitter.
I turned him off. They're being overseen by a grizzled-looking centurion with a scarred face, and the legate kind of, eyes folded, looking satisfied with the motion. The men seem very well trained and in pretty good shape, all things considered. There's just not very many of them. A fort this size should have an entire cohort, and this is like, he has maybe 120 men total in the whole fort.
I figure out, just from my experience with Manual of Arms, can I figure out any, are there any insights I might have from observing the men drilling?
Yeah, so what you're able to tell is about 8 of the heavy infantry seem particularly skilled, like they might be veterans that have seen real action, and about half of the cataphract cavalry also seem like veterans who've seen real action.
There's a sparkling one for you in the refrigerator. Did you see?
So the centurion sees you guys.
It was very busy.
He salutes and says, "Well met, friends of the legate."
I'll bow and say, my name is Gwynfar. I'm from the Great Brotherhood. We have come to see about the troubles afflicting the area around Turos Tim.
He says, "You are the spitting image of another elf I know. You all look
Ivor.
the same?"
Oh, that was Ivor. Ivor? Is that who you were thinking of?
That was his name, the very one. So you know him. All you people know.
He's my brother.
Oh.
He's my brother.
Oh, well, I'm Centurion Axius Ilarian.
And his eyes are brown. Mine are blue.
Oh, is that how we tell you apart? Good to know. The legate is just like, "Please excuse Centurion Ilarian. He rose from the ranks due to his prowess at arms." "That's right. True. It's true.
I respect prowess at arms.
Daddy didn't buy me a slot in the legions. Had to earn my way in."
Well, we know he's willing into the force to die with us.
He points out, "You there! You are the worst sniveling piece of crap I've ever seen under arms! Drop that short sword and give me 100 laps around the field now!" Sorry. What were you saying?
No, I was just merely commenting that I have respect for those who rise through the ranks.
Oh, yeah.
It's about in the field where the blade is dulled on the edge of another blade or on a shield that you earn your medal.
True. True. So are you here to take care of the beastmen? Adventurers? Oh, you must be the Great Brotherhood.
That's right. Yes, yes.
Oh,
Indeed, we are.
Thought you'd be older.
I am
Well, I'm in my
31.
80s.
Are you a wizard?
Yes. I've just recently completed my training.
You had that wizard look to you.
You've met many, have you?
Well, just the one that lives here in the chapter house, Malin. But as between you and I, he's kind of an ass.
What's he done to get under your skin?
He just kind of gets under everyone's skin. The Legate says, Centurion Ilarion speaks roughly of Malin. Malin suffered a very severe magical accident and has been crippled and disfigured and hasn't tended his way. The men have taken to calling him Malin the Misshapen, and he's not happy about it.
That's something that sticks with you.
Yeah.
I have personal experience with that myself.
Yep. Well, it's what you get. You mess around with powers that men weren't supposed to mess with. Just saying, he brought it on himself, that's all.
Nothing like a strong axe to make a wizard feel weak.
That's right. Well, all right, well, if you excuse me, I gotta get back to drilling these sorry excuses for sacks of shit.
Oh, thank you for your time.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, if you want to talk to any of them, I wouldn't trust a single one of these losers with a blade in a dungeon, but, I mean, your funeral if you want to take some of them with you.
All right, we might just do that.
The Legate says, Centurion Ilarion is an inspiring leader of men who knows how to bring out the best in our soldiers. All right, so we'll cut back over at this point. You guys can decide if you want to try and recruit some legionaries or not. We'll cut back over to the hospital. But James, you sounded like you wanted to get up to something.
So, as we're sitting there, and I won't make you do the improv out of the fellow GM union, basically I'm chatting up both of the young ladies.
Okay.
Trying to figure out intelligence on what is going on, what kind of wounds they're seeing, what the other local medical folks are saying.
Okay. Go ahead and make a reaction roll, James. So roll 2d6. Let's see. Your charisma is 16, so you can get a +2. Wow, but you rolled like crap with a 3. Okay. So they say, listen, we're very busy. Did you want to purchase some of these supplies? Otherwise, we need to get back to work. Can't hear you, James. I think you're muted.
Still muted, brother.
Still muted.
No, I know what happened is, so with the push to talk in Foundry, if I don't click on the map to hit the button, there's basically the public role is just full of the symbols.
Got it. All right. Well, you rolled badly enough that they actively dislike you, even though you have to approve it.
Hey, Avarice, why don't we head on down to the inn?
Okay. You guys want to stroll down to the inn?
That sounds like a capital plan, but
I still have a question of the priestess, though.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, the priestess is still there. She's just cutting daisies, cutting goldenrod. He says, "Yes. What's that, young man?"
So we spoke with the legate, and he mentioned that some of the soldiers have reported to you that they've been having visions or dreams. He made it sound that they almost seemed prophetic. Is that your impression?
Well, it's a little bit unusual because the men have been having the dreams, and I've been having the dreams. I mean, have you been having the dreams?
Well, I've just arrived, so no.
Well, you might start having them. It's you'll see it. It's like rivers of blood flowing, and in the middle of the rivers of blood, a beating heart pulsing like this, and a malevolence, a shadow hanging over it all. Very bad.
I see. So, and everybody's having this same vision?
I mean, it varies a little bit, but that's the gist of it, yeah.
And is the beating heart that you see, is it above ground, like in a forest, on the plains, or in a cave?
It's in like a cave that has rivers of blood. Yeah,
Okay.
like canals, channels, and they're filled with blood, and the blood flows, and there's like veins that feed the heart, and the heart is.
Okay. And in this vision, in this cave with the beating heart, do you see beastmen or foul creatures of undeath or anything like that, or just the heart and the rivers of blood?
Just the heart and the rivers of blood, but look into my eyes, I tell you, there's a shadow hanging over it all. Look into this eye, actually. The other one isn't very good.
I believe you. I believe you. Well, thank you for this.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna cut some more. Cut some more gold.
Yeah. Thank you. And then I'll head over to meet up with Castanus and Avarice.
Okay. All right. So Castanus, Avarice, and Raymond are heading down the road down towards the Travelers Inn.
Well, do we? Now that my rest of my party's there, and I'm not actively the only person that they hate, do we want to buy anything?
Castanus, you have a pretty good eye for this stuff. You've always been good with the You've always been good with the money purse.
Yeah, I think three doses of comfrey. If they'll part with that, we'll do that.
She smiles at you and says, "Oh, for you, we'll do it for 27 gold." That's your 10% gender.
Yeah.
Of course. All right. So do you have 27 gold?
That would be under inventory, right?
Yes. I don't know that you do, actually. I think that most of you guys have spent most of your starting money. Right soon.
Yeah, I'm a little bit light. I have none.
Oh, you have some. You have 60.
Oh, okay.
Renius has.
Then I'm reading my sheet wrong.
It's at the very top of heavy items.
Mm-hmm.
And Gwyn4 has 14. So.
I knew I had some.
Yeah. So you guys
Oh, yeah,
have
there it is.
total
Yep.
between all of you together, you have 74 gold. So, you want to have Serenius, are you comfortable with your friend, the adventurer, carrying the purse, or you want to hoard your treasure? Serenius?
I'm good for it.
I was just counting my gold. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, it looks like you don't have any money to buy anything right now. So sorry about that.
I will. What did you say was 28?
27.
27. All right. I'll for the good of the party, I will consider it an investment in my own future.
All right.
And I'll
So,
Yes,
money.
yes, because healing is super important.
all right,
Yes.
so that gets you guys 3. I'll throw that on your sheet for you.
Yeah, because I only got one of those. I only have one of those cure light injuries. Oh, right now.
I would like to talk to the slander that's in the public chat with Grant, saying that basically I antagonize people.
Never, not at all.
Not at all. All right.
Does seem to have that way with people.
He does, even when he has 16 charisma. All right, so you guys go heading back down the long road, back down towards the Travelers Inn. which is easy to identify. It's right by the bathhouse, and it has a very large garish sign painted outside the door that proclaims it as a traveler's inn, officially improved for Imperial business. And it has the doors are open with a large open-air courtyard encircled on three sides by guest rooms and facilities. And there is, just inside the entrance, there's a fast food eatery selling various fast food. They have this round masonry hearth set up with a stovetop with pots and pans simmering with food. And then there's like grains and oils and spices. And there's an olive-skinned Nichian man who's singing some bawdy songs as he cooks. And the innkeeper comes towards you guys. He's a very fat man. And he smacks his hands and he looks at you and he says, "Ah, are you adventurers?"
Yes, we are. I'm Castinus. Tell me, do you have a moment to talk?
He says, "For you, I have this," and he hands you a bill. And he says, "Your friends ran off without paying their bill."
Friends? Tell me more.
Yeah, exactly. The fierce brethren, the three of them.
We're the Grey Brotherhood. How much to bring them back?
I don't know where they went. If I knew, I would go after them. They left
How long ago were they here?
A week ago.
And they left and they left the bill unpaid?
7 gold pieces, 4 silver pieces, and 2 copper pieces, to be precise. He waves the bill in front of you.
I assure you, sir, from one professional to another, this is terrible. If you could help us, if you could indicate where you think they might have gone, maybe we can help return your funds.
Well, they said they were going off into the forest to the northwest. Apparently, the legate is offering to give people their body weight in gold if they can deal with this Beastman problem.
I see.
Frankly, I would just be happy to have my palm in coin, but...
Of course.
Anyway, if you see them, you bring them back to me.
Can you give a description or names?
Yeah, that's what he was going to get me. I was going to go too.
Yeah, of course. So, there was a beautiful woman with platinum hair and purple eyes with kind of pointed ears. Her name was Zara. There was this scrawny fellow with acne all over his face in this sort of robe that didn't fit him very well. It was called Vestus. And then there was a burly fellow in heavy armor called himself Quintus.
So, is at this point, out of character, is anybody taking notes?
Doesn't look like it.
I'm taking some, but I take terrible notes.
James,
Okay,
James, I got
I'm noting them.
James, I got this one.
Okay.
So what did you do with
Sorry,
the rooms after they left you?
The rooms?
Yes. Have you cleaned them?
Yeah, of course. The rooms are clean. You want them?
Well, I was hoping to find some trace that might lead us to them.
Oh, well, there was no trace. We cleaned everything out.
I see.
Was there any paper, any articles of any kind? I mean, I know you swept and dust and everything else, but did they leave anything at all?
The big one, Quintus, he broke 2 glasses, left those. Kind of barbaric, I thought. I don't think he was Arn. Just took an Arn name. I'm suspicious. I think he was one of them Jutlanders. You can't trust Jutlanders.
No, you can't.
Did they meet with anyone while they were here?
Yeah, they did. They met with the head of the Merchants Guild. Yeah.
Could you direct us towards him?
I mean, I could. Are you going to buy anything?
I'd like to go speak with him.
Oh, I mean, are you?
We're going to get you your money back.
Oh, you're going to give me my money back? Well, all right then.
Once we find these adventurers,
that
is why we must speak with them.
Oh, yeah, I get it now. Sorry. Go to the plaza
Shall
at
we?
the center of the village, and there's a forum there, and you'll see The guild merchant maintains a public weights and measures table where it can collect fees for traders for ensuring that everything is on the up and up. I mean, as up and up as it gets anyway. And you'll want to talk to them there. The man's name is Arapos Carano. Can't miss him. Good-looking guy. Oh.
Slight
Thank
question. You want the gold, or do you want them?
Oh, I don't give a shit about them. I want the gold.
Okay.
Yeah. Fellows, should we take rooms while we're here? Or shall we just head back out?
I don't think we got enough.
I'm not hungry.
What time of day is it?
So you guys were traveling all day, so you arrived in the late afternoon, and so hence you had dinner. So it's about sunset at this point.
So what do you guys think? Barracks are in.
Well, the inn is more comfortable, but it's I think something like 3 silver pieces a person.
Yes, it is. Private room is 5 silver pieces per night. If you want to just lodge in the courtyard, it's 1 silver piece per night.
Even though we're on official business.
That is our official business rate.
I just thought I'd ask.
I see.
Wait a minute. Okay, all right.
I say the barracks if it's all the same.
Barracks is fine with me.
Ever since the barracks emptied out, it's been terrible for business.
Well,
Also, the barracks might give us an opportunity to recruit
Yep.
All right.
with somebody with more charisma than me.
Let's cut back to the parade fields where we still had Higlac and Gwynfor were there. So over at the parade field, the Centurion says, "Did you want to talk to these losers, or should I just drill them?"
All right, we'll talk. We'll talk to him.
Yeah. Let's talk to
I'm
them.
a little,
See what they're made
I'm a
of.
little leery about.
Okay. He turns around and he says, "If any of you pathetic excuses for soldiers think you've got what it takes to join the all-powerful Great Brotherhood, hustle over here." And a couple soldiers come trotting over, a pair of them. And
Are they from the ones that I thought well of?
yes.
Oh.
First one says, "Legionary Avaro, sir." And the second one says, "Legionary Peristo Andrasian, sir." And then seeing that
Liberos and Drosian?
another one comes trotting up, "Legionary Pumilius Sven, sir." And the Centurion says, "Well, these 3 are less pathetic than some of the other troops. They might actually survive for a few minutes in a real combat." Yeah. "Well, I'll let you at it. I'm going to go try and turn the rest of these girls into men." And he goes trotting off, starts shouting at them. So they look at you.
All right,
and,
well-
yes. Well, we were told there's some sort of expedition being formed.
That's correct. We're with the Grey Brotherhood, and we are looking at solving the problem around Turos Tim, and we're looking for a few good warriors to join us and take part in the investigation. Sounds like you're interested in doing so.
So they kind of look at each other. So, Jonathan, that was a rousing speech. Let's go ahead and have you make a recruitment roll. So you roll 2d6 and you add your charisma bonus of 8. Oh, minus
-1.
Okay, yeah.
I was afraid of. Okay, so it's 2d6.
Yep, 2d6 minus 1.
And how do you roll dice in this
That's
system?
slash roll, and then you just type what you want.
Oh, in the chat.
All right, so that's a 4. So they look at each other and say, "We thought the Grey Brotherhood was more seasoned.
Look,
Perhaps we could."
do you miserable sons of Or want to wet your blades, or you want to play here in the sand?
Okay, so you have Higlak trying to step up here. Okay, Higlak, your charisma is...
I think it's as bad as mine.
I have a
Higlak has
9.
a mighty charisma of 9. Okay, so go ahead.
Ooh, no, it's better.
Newton, it's not slash, it's slash roll.
So that there's no negative on that, right?
There's a -2 because someone else has already tried, so go ahead.
Okay, so -2. Got
Sorry.
All right, Newton, you want to switch to public roll.
Okay.
it. Oh, jeez.
No, I was just testing.
Avro is like, what? A Jutlander? They all three just turn and trot off to go back to dealing with the men. Total failure, not interested in working with you.
All right, we bipped that one up. That'll teach us to bring a bunch of...
Yeah,
I could have gone better.
that's all right because we'll be staying in the barracks. So Castinus or Riemann will be able to appeal to their other senses, either greed or piety.
You try tomorrow.
Even the high charisma person shit the bed today. So
Yeah, so far
I turn to Higlak and I say,
guys.
Any of you gentlemen good at games of chance? I hear these soldiers love games of chance.
I turn to Higlak and I say, humans, so brash, so blind sometimes.
I have a plan for persuading the soldiers.
Okay. Well, let's turn over to back to you guys who were heading over to the forum to go see the merchant guild master. So you push through the crowd. It's diminishing because it's evening. A lot of folks are trotting over to take a bath at the bathhouse. Businesses are starting to shutter as the sun sets. And as you come to the middle of the forum, you see the merchant guild table where they've got the weights and the measures and various bags of coin. And there's a man there. He looks early 40s, tall, good looking, aquiline nose, well built. And, he's putting away coin. And then he kind of looks up and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, friends, we've closed."
We're here on the business of the Legion.
Oh.
We're investigating the recent rash of attacks.
Oh, are you? Well, I'm Eropos Carinos. I actually had just spoken to the Legate about a problem.
Yes, that is why he sent us to Great Brotherhood.
Oh, I've heard of you. I thought you were older.
We get that a lot. Clean living.
Well, the guild merchant is earnestly seeking the whereabouts of two of our members, Derosthenes and Odysseus Ponus. They've gone missing along the highway to Saidanos, and we'll happily pay a reward of 250 gold pieces for each of them if returned alive, 50 gold pieces for their bodies if dead. They had some men-at-arms and servants with them as well, but they're not worth anything.
So, if we recover their bodies, we assume any gear adrift is considered a gift.
I mean, you're welcome to the pickings. I don't think they'll have much if they've been killed.
Well, let us hope that we return them hale and hearty, but I just wanted to make sure we wouldn't have a misunderstanding when we got back here with their corpses and say family heirlooms or anything else. We would, of course, make a donation toward the widows.
He says, 50 gold pieces for their corpses, but 250 gold pieces if you bring them alive. Personally, I think they've probably been captured by the brigand Drusus.
Who?
Not the Beastman?
Drusus. Yeah, he used to be a subaltern here at the fort. Deserted. He's wanted for drunkenness, kidnapping, manslaughter, mayhem, robbery, and murder, and apparently some other crimes. There's a large reward for him.
How many people are with him?
With Drusus?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what he's built up. He's probably got a whole gang of fellows working for him.
I look left and right and I say, large reward, you say. How much?
750 gold is what I heard.
So half of solving the Beastman problem. Would the Merchants Guild be able or willing to add to that? I mean, it sounds like he's quite a difficulty in addition to the Beastman.
All right, you're welcome to try and bargain with this guy. So, James, you're gonna. I don't know why you're not letting your poor adventurer do these things. But that's okay.
He's doing fine.
All right. So, James, you're gonna go ahead and roll 2d6, and you're gonna add your charisma bonus, and I'm gonna roll 2d6.
I wasn't aware I was going to trigger a bargain, but
You just triggered one. All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll mine with my charisma bonus, and I have bargaining proficiency.
Oh my.
Good roll, James. Okay, so you got a 7.
Okay, all right. I have to say that you're rolling.
I did
You're
even
rolling-
worse. All right.
Your rolling luck, James, has not changed since the old school days.
He says, you didn't even make a good argument, but I feel strangely compelled to give you a discount.
you don't understand. The reason why Grant is laughing is normally in Foundry, my rolling is like off the hook. I mean, talking about like hated by my party, hated by my wife. It's just here, all of a sudden, it's like things have gone to crap.
Clearly,
Clear
it's not
now.
off the hook here, yeah. He says, all right, if you take care of Drusus, we'll add an additional 10%, another 75 gold pieces to that reward, bring it up to 825.
So he's offering the Merchant Guild is offering the reward for Drusus?
No. Oh, no. That's coming from the legate.
The legate. Yeah, the legate.
Or I think technically the quartermaster is responsible for desertions, but any event, it's a military.
I will look at both my
Bring all the
brothers,
cans you can find because I'm going through them kind of quick.
and what I will say is, gentlemen, would we rather have 75 gold, or would we rather? I mean, I would just think that if we take care of a ruthless brigand, maybe 10% off the whole time we're here.
He looks at you and he's like, "You look familiar, young man. Are you related to the Acrogenus clan, merchant clan?"
Which young
Oh,
man?
he's talking to me. He's not
The
talking.
Spindrift.
Yes.
He talked to Everest.
Yeah.
Or any alcoholic beverage that's in a can.
Yes, that's my father.
Oh, well, of course we'll give you a 10% discount then. Yeah, of course. You don't even have to capture the brigand. We'll just do it because I know your father. A great venture.
Well met, sir. What else can you tell us about what's going on here?
Oh.
We've heard your bounty for the missing men. We've heard about the renegade soldiers. Tell us what we don't know. What else is going on?
Yeah.
Ask Mom if it's okay for me to drink this.
Yeah, so I've heard a couple things. So first off, everyone knows that it's the dwarves of Azenradok that are to blame for these problems. They've been driving the beastmen off the mountains directly into our land, so I think this problem is going to continue until somebody goes and teaches those dwarves a lesson. But so far, nobody seems to have succeeded in teaching them a lesson. There was a trio of adventurers ventured into the Viesman forest last week. They never came back, and there was another group before them that ventured in, and they didn't come back either. I heard the legate was reaching out to some big-time heroes, major studs, to handle the problem, though.
Well, that's us.
Oh, well, we're in good hands then.
I'm standing a
I'd
little
like to go ahead
taller.
and case the place while I'm here. Just looking around.
It's just a table with dead weights and measures. It's not the case.
Oh, okay.
And he's already packing it up. You're welcome to try and make a pickpocket check if you want to
where are you
grab
going?
one of the bags of coins before he packs it up.
No, I'm gonna
Just be back tonight.
hustle Avarice out of there.
No. Avarice,
No.
I would point out that Avarice's alignment is neutral, not stupid.
Oh, okay. So, you guys were going to meet back up at the barracks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys head back up into the fort. It's a long walk back up. You're kind of trekking. And, you're met at the gate again by the pretty subaltern who looks like she's got elven blood. And she waves you in, and she says, I hear you'll be staying at the one of our empty barracks. There's a lot of space with all the soldiers around. And your friends have just come back from the parade field. And she leads you over to the barracks, takes you in. It's a little bit dusty. And the infantry barracks are set up with 5 rooms. It's 2 layers of rooms with 5 rooms, 5 beds in each.
Subaltern,
Yes.
tell me, are officers allowed to make some extra money?
Oh, no.
I'll lean in conspiratorially and say, are officers allowed to go on reconnaissance to make sure that the legate's business is met?
All right, James, give me another reaction roll, man.
That'd be good.
Come on. So 8 total this time?
All right, that's neutral. So she says, I'm afraid I can't go anywhere without orders, and right now the legate has me working
All tied up.
registry. She says, but I understand that you're a very famous adventurer, so I'm sure you'll do quite well.
All right.
I would, and I am just trying to ask for general information. Is
I thought you'd be older.
We get that a lot. It's the clean living. It's the we're on a special regime. It's the TB12 regime.
Oh, I've heard of it.
So we were wondering, when I asked that, is because it would just seem that the legate would want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, a chance to have an officer out doing a recon, as well as making sure we're not doing something untoward to earn a reward.
Oh, I'm sure the legate would never think you're doing anything untoward. Your reputation of your company speaks for itself. I mean...
Well, I was just, we'll put in a word. I was just wanting to see if you're open to it. I mean, after all, we could split the gold since we have no taxes on it.
She kind of shrugs and she says, I have my duties here, but perhaps some of the other legionaries might be interested.
Should be up there. Or
I
maybe
wait
by
for
my
the
door.
gang.
Okay. All right. So it's now starting to get dark in the fort, and the poor, sorry legionnaires, all sweaty, are marching back up from the parade ground, and they're going into their barracks. So you guys are in the empty barracks at 3, and they're going into their barracks at 5.
3 and hold on, let me zoom in here.
So
do you guys let us know that you had no dice with the
Yeah, I'll and when they come back, I'll point out those who seem to be more competent than the others. So you might be, those ones might be the ones to try to rally, but they have nothing to do with elves and barbarians.
Okay.
Or Jutlanders. Sorry, you're not a barbarian. You're a Jutlander. But,
Don't worry, let's sleep on it. We'll try tomorrow.
okay, so
I lack that human silver tongue.
when we go out, so gentlemen, and I'll review everything that we've been talking about. We hold on, I want to make sure I was transmitting because I see this the line of inputs showing up in the public roll again. Do we want to go brigand busting, or do we want to go and try to find a root of this problem?
I mean, they seem to be in the same direction, so I suspect we'll probably wind up solving both. Whether
I thought one was slightly off angle. I don't have the big map with the fortress there.
They didn't
Well, the road where somebody went missing is to the west.
All you know is he operates out of the VS1 forest.
Yeah, which is the
I did
same
mention-
direction.
The brigand was on the highway, I thought.
No, it's Viaspin.
That's where the
I
two
thought
merchants
the
went
beastmen were
missing.
via spin, and the brigand was on the highway.
Both the beastmen and the brigand have been raiding the highway from the forest. Here, I'll throw it.
Okay.
No problem here. Let me
My thought is we recruit in the morning. Well, somebody else recruits besides me, and get who we can, and then head northwest.
The morning will be good because it'll be right after my sunrise print.
So I'm going to I'll bring you guys back on. So by the way, you actually have in game a copy of this map from your parents. So you have this. This is their map of the borderlands that they gave you. So you can see this is the Viaspen Forest up here to the northwest. This icon is you guys at the Fortress of Turostan. And then the borderlands basically runs along the Chrysaor River. Beyond it is the Madawan Hills, then the Great Dark Wall, and then the west. You can see that the Viaspen Forest creeps pretty close to the road.
Yeah.
And that's grassland between the forest and the road?
It's kind of a scrubby Mediterranean hilly land. It's not very high hills, but, gentle hills, lots of low shrubs, maquis, chaparral, that kind of thing.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out where we could maybe set up an ambush.
But that's a lot of terrain to cover. What's the distance of each one of those hexes? Is it 6 miles?
6 miles.
But I'm ready to sleep on it. Everybody else is.
Yep.
Okay, great. So you guys catch some shut eye, and you awake at dawn the next day to the sound of the Aran horns blaring.
Make sure you can bounce a coin off the beds, guys.
I specifically leave my bed unmade just for the hell of it.
I have to tell you that when James was rolling earlier, I had this flashback of him taking 5 seconds to 5 minutes to juggle the dice before he rolled.
Yeah. That's why he's not rolling well. He's not juggling the dice for long enough beforehand.
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't virtually juggle. Oh my goodness.
I think it's just it's sweet justice.
I think you're right.
Shut it.
You're right.
I go out.
Yeah, no, he.
I was gonna say.
So I'm not one to talk.
No, Grant is speaking of things that happen regularly in campaigns, like 3 crits in a row.
Yep. I'm sure it'll happen again here. It'll just happen to you. All right. So.
I spend 1 turn of prayers at sunrise.
Very good. So
I do my usual study.
The light of Aminar fills you, and you feel empowered by the day with divine magic. You catch up on the movement of the celestial spheres and the various esoteric and metaphysical concepts required to maintain your magic, Tyrenius and Gwynfor.
I do calisthenics, mainly consisting of running around and finding possible ways to get into the fort and out.
As he runs by, I yell.
At this time, do we see the soldiers that were pointed out?
So if you guys go outside the barracks, you'll see those soldiers starting to trickle out, and they're doing their morning, collecting their morning ration of bread and vinegar, and gonna have their food. So it's breakfast time.
Hey, I want to talk to Tyrenius about the funds that we've got. So I think that we can hire a couple of henchmen. I can probably get them for a little bit less. What do you think?
Do you have any idea how much we'd be paying them per day?
Well, I think the normal rate's around 12 gold pieces per month for something like this. Maybe I can talk them down. Maybe after yesterday's conversation, they're going to want more.
Yeah.
But
typically it's something like.
Try to get them.
Isn't it something like typically like 5% of whatever treasure we find as well?
No, they're gonna half share.
Yeah,
half share. Okay. So whatever we would get as a full share, they would get a half share of that.
Correct. So if you take too many henchmen with you, you end up eluding yourself. Of your
Right.
I'm thinking that we should try to find someone with healing proficiency, or someone who can be a healer of the party, and maybe one, but probably not more than two. So somewhere between 20 and 24 gold up front to hire two.
Oh,
Well, I think we could probably go as high as one henchman per PC per Gray Brother. Ah, that's how it is. Yes, one henchman per Gray Brother is probably the limit right now.
Well, yeah, but we don't even have enough gold to do that, and I don't think there's enough to pick from. I think we'll probably get one or two, maybe three. Thoughts?
Well, if
that sounds probably plausible.
yeah, if we could get three, we definitely need. I mean, we have from the looks of it, 2 stout warriors. And I'm pretty fair in the front line, but not necessarily the best. So if we had, another 3 legionnaires with shield and spear, that should allow us to maintain a good front and as well as rear defense in the treacherous forest, or, heavens forbid, deep inside some cave.
do we want to try to draw them out of the forest and perhaps pose as merchants or travelers along the road? It looks perhaps 20 miles to the next settlement or encampment.
Yeah, we can give that a try.
It's not a bad idea. The problem is I'm not sure we don't have the supplies to look like a merchant wagon unless we found one already traveling.
And not only that, we would be dealing with a symptom of not necessarily the cause, wherever their base of operations are. It's, somewhere in the forest. So we have to.
True.
We have to uproot them from there.
Yeah, but we might bait them into telling us where the cause is.
I was just
Yeah,
thinking
we could question them.
I think what our barbarian friend is saying is we need a tongue.
And in this case, still in his mouth.
Well, I was meaning the old ancient practice of what you referred to as a prisoner who was loose-lipped, so to speak.
Yes.
Yes.
We could perhaps hire a cart and some ponies or something and pose as a wealthy family traveling with a few guards.
For that, we would need a matriarch.
I could go if we could do that, I can go back to the guild master and ask him to borrow one.
A matriarch?
We even ask if he has a supply train going out at some point. See if we can. If there actually legitimately is one, we could join it.
That's actually fair. Very fair.
We could ask Legate to let us borrow one of the young ladies we've met yesterday.
The subaltern? Is that who you're referring to, Everest?
Or the priestesses. I probably should not do the talking. I think that the priestesses pretty much considered me to be a heretic, so to speak.
Well,
On the other hand, Raymond, I am not a heretic. I am merely enlightened. Raymond, you are being an individual of the cloth. Could perhaps have a conversation?
Out of character here. Is the subaltern a military role?
Military role, yeah.
Okay. Would she have military training? Like she's a soldier?
Yeah, she has military training, yeah.
Okay.
She's very unlikely to go with you guys. She's a ranking officer who's committed to this.
True.
I would not.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering with Legate if he could basically loan her to us. But if that door's closed, that door's closed.
Mechanically speaking, she's higher level than you, so she's not going to be.
That I didn't know. Okay, never mind.
That's right. So
we're not bringing Godzilla to a pillow fight. All right.
I think at this point, probably the best we can manage as far as henchmen would be warrior, fighters.
Yeah, the legionnaires that we saw yesterday. So this is where Castinus.
Yep.
And if I'll be with you, because if we can't appeal to their greed, we could probably appeal to their piety if they have any.
I think, myself, Tyrannius, and Raymond should go down there.
Okay.
And if we need
is
a
there
matron,
a
we can
brothel
always
in town?
dress up Guinevere.
No, there are some girls that work the tavern, but there's not a brothel.
Okay. No, the reason why I was asking was this. If we're going to pose as a family, we need women.
Right.
We can dress up Guinevere. They'll
Dress
pass
up
right.
No, it's merely a suggestion. Perhaps we don't need to be a family so much. Just a small merchant, moderately prosperous.
But again, when you bring women folk, it's like blood in the water because
That's
they do
true.
get all their fun in one spot.
This is very true. But just make sure
you get
we
your
don't.
pillage, you get your entertainment, you get to have your burning. It's all a one-stop shop in a wagon.
Definitely don't mention this to our prospects when we recruit them.
That's why I'm not talking to them, and that's why I asked them
Very
if it was
wise.
prostitutes. Because the point we would tell the ladies we're not just going outside for a tryst, that they are somewhat inexpensive bait, would be when we were 12 miles back, and we could say, but we paid you, and we told you were entertainment. We just didn't mention for who. But if you have that much of a problem, you could walk back, and I'm sure the complaints will stop immediately.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Modern problems require modern solutions.
absolutely they do. No doubt.
That would seem to put us on the wrong side of the legate, but
We would bring them back unharmed, or we would be beyond caring.
He makes a valid point.
Problem is we're going into a dangerous situation. We don't want to bring civilians. We want to bring people who can,
I
pull
don't
their
want to bring
weight.
civilians.
they're
Well, then
professionals.
you have to protect them, or leave
No,
them to
we
die,
don't.
and then we're just
They're
adding to the
women.
brigands'
They're
problem.
going to be protected because the brigands want them alive. I know this may not have been explained to you, but I grew up with, questionable characters. Really, it's, sloppy seconds are one thing, but cold fish are another. Only the necromancers go there.
Oh my.
Okay. Well, while you guys
I
have
didn't
been
say I
chatting-
partook.
while you guys have been chatting, the three men that earlier rejected Gwynfor and Higlac, which is Avaro, Parasto, and Cornelius, are chatting and kind of eyeballing you guys with some side eye. And
All right.
so if you wanted to approach them, do so now, or they're going to go off and work for the day.
Let's go.
Okay, myself, Tyrannius, and Raymond. I approach them. I say, Legionnaires, we're seeking those to accompany us on a great mission. You know that we're going to fight the beastmen. We're going to rid the the scourge. And do you want to join?
So one of them, one called Avaro, says, "Wait, are you the one who's actually in charge? We talked to a couple of real jerks yesterday."
That was part of our plan to weed out the unmotivated and the unworthy.
Oh. Well, what are you offering?
We're offering 10 gold pieces as a monthly wage and half a share of treasure.
So they kind of look at each other, and one of them, the largest of them, he's a very big guy, looks a little dull in terms of his step, his quickness, but he's very muscular. And he says, 10 gold, that's less than we make as legionnaires. How much treasure do you think you're going to find?
Legate's given us the opportunity to keep whatever we want without Imperial taxation.
All right. So go ahead and make a reaction roll. We'll have you roll 3 times, one for each of the guys. It's got to do /roll. Or put a space anyway. We'll start with Avro Avaquelis.
If you do a space after the R, that will roll.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, let's go to Peristo Andrasian.
If you want to repeat your roll, you can press the up arrow and hit enter.
Okay, and finally go to Camillus. All right. So, Camillus and Peristo shake their heads. Avaro says, I'm interested, but I want 12 gold a month, and I want a signing bonus of 12 gold.
Hold on. All right. For the two that, well, actually, for all three, I suppose. I'll give this a try because two of them turned us down anyway, and the first is asking for quite a bit. I point to the sun.
Uh-huh.
The unconquered sun is looking down upon you, and he is judging your hearts, knowing that the people of the borderlands are suffering under the boot of the beastmen, and here you are haggling with us. Yeah, I'll give that.
Wow. All right, awesome, man. Give me a roll there.
Oh, God. What?
Oh, the rolls are not good.
Not so funny now, is it?
Yeah.
And,
Hold on. All right.
So, unfortunately, you have a penalty because you guys are trying again to keep recruiting the same guys.
Yep.
And they just shake their heads, and Avaro says they're not men of great faith. You already rolled twice, Newton. There were only two guys left that had that.
Oh, there were only two guys left. Okay.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, they're not interested, but Avaro will join as a henchman to Castinus. If Castinus.
Okay. All right.
Castinus, whose gold are you promising to this legionnaire?
He's promising your gold, I think, Tyrannius, so maybe he should be your henchman.
We put my gold in the pot too. I know he's not going to follow me, but Cassius is welcome to use my gold as well.
You guys going to hire him or no?
Well, one is better than zero.
Yep.
All right.
I'll
What do you think, Tyrannius?
Tyrannius, and I'll say, just saying, but if there's a problem with the amount of gold, just remember, being a rich corpse is not really fulfilling.
Well, neither is completely using all of our remaining funds to recruit this one legionnaire who doesn't seem very highly motivated. I question his loyalty to us.
When we kill beastmen and bring back treasure, word will spread. And then we can get the rest at a bargain rate. We'll remember their perfidy. I have a long memory.
So,
Very well.
You guys have been chatting quietly, and Avaro says, if we're going to do something, you should let me know, otherwise I have to go on duty.
Well, let's hit the road.
Well, let's hit the cash.
All right. So I'll give you 12 up front and then another 12 at the end of the month.
All right. And a 50% share.
Yes.
All right. So he's going to work
Agreed.
for you? Or he's going to work for you?
Hold on. I'm going to clarify real quick because it is 50% of a share, not a 50% share.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
I don't really want a henchman. I don't want this person following me around. But I guess it would be nice to have protection.
Yeah, it's good to have a henchman as a mage because you only get one spell initially, so it gives you something to do when you're not
True.
spellcasting. Yeah. All right, so you
Well,
have
thank
gotten one henchman. Was there anyone else you wanted to try and recruit?
I would like to go recruit one of the tavern ladies. Were you in the wagon thing?
Okay, sure, you can go recruit tavern lady. Okay.
But we are doing the wagon thing. Is that what we're all agreeing on, gentlemen?
Well, at least to start, yeah. I mean, to maybe get to capture a raider or a brigand or a beastman or whoever, and then interrogate them to see where their base is. Yeah, I mean that is work. That is workable, but we'll have to go into the forest for sure eventually.
My holy friend, I wish to ask at this time. As you can see, I'm a man of the ends justifies the means. I don't go looking for trouble or anything else. But I just want to say, when you say interrogate, what do you mean? Do you have any holy powers or anything else that compel someone to speak?
Let me take a look. No, I cannot compel them by divine sources, but there are other ways known to.
Well, I was just wanting to make sure, because then we're talking a typical high glack here has a talk with him, and 1 to 10 fingers later, we probably know what we know. But I wanted to make sure we're all on that same sheet of music. Again, I would sincerely hope we would just persuade them out of the goodness of their heart, but we've got money to make.
That is unlikely if we capture a beastman, but yes.
I was thinking one of the brigands.
I think we need to find someone with healing proficiency for the party. Maybe the hospital.
I will leave you guys to that over to the tavern.
That is true. Actually, one of the priestesses. Yeah.
Okay, you want to head over to the so Avarice is going to head over to the tavern, and the rest of the party is going to head over to the hospital. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys make your way over to the hospital. You see Adara and Dracula are doing their rounds, checking in on patients, and Priestess Jenilyn is doing the same. She's kind of humming along. How are we today?
I approach the Priestess Jenilyn,
and she turns and is like, "Oh, it's the handsome young man again."
Oh, most kind priestess. We're planning on heading out today.
She says, I've advanced high enough in the hierarchy I can get married now. She smiles at you toothlessly.
But I have not yet advanced enough in the hierarchy to marry myself.
Well, you wouldn't want to marry yourself, but I understand.
But I'm here to ask a favor. We're about to trek out in hopes of finding the source of the raiders, the orcs, the beastmen that are troubling this area. And I myself am the only healer of any sort that we're going to have. Unless one of your acolytes joins us to provide additional healing assistance for the dangers, to help us in the dangers that we're about to face. We will make the appropriate tithes from the treasure that we obtain. And we do expect to obtain treasure from all of the caravans and other travelers that the beastmen and the brigands have been preying upon.
Well, you're welcome to speak. I think Dracula might be open to it. She's always been an adventurous sort.
Thank you, priestess. I did not want to do so without your permission.
Oh, you have my permission.
And I bow and I go over to Dracula.
Okay. So she looks back at you and she winks. And, okay. So Dracula comes forward. So she's a young brunette woman, looks pure blood Tyrrhenian. And she she looks up and she says, hello, acolyte. How can I help you?
Yes. I've come to ask whether you would be willing to join us to provide us your merciful healing abilities as we travel forth in order to find the source of the evil that has been plaguing these lands recently.
Oh. All right, Newton, give me a recruitment roll.
All right.
Die 6 plus 2 for charisma. Good charisma.
All right.
6 plus 2. Whoa, hey, plus 2.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So she kneels and she's like, Crusader, nothing would make me more proud than to put my powers at the service of the holy Imperians.
The light of Aminar shines on us.
All right, so she joins with a +1 bonus to loyalty. Newton, so she's at loyalty 3 to you. So that's a win.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
All right.
Hey, good call. Good call, Sean. That was a really, really good call.
There's a reason I left. They didn't like me.
All right, so Newton, you're now her owner, and
Wow.
I mean owner of the token in the game, guys. Come on.
Just making sure.
You put that holy smite right on her.
Oh,
You sure this isn't a fertility god? Because I'm feeling awfully fertile right now.
oh gosh.
I'm ready to do some sacred rites right here with you, Crusader.
All right, so I've put Drachima and Avaro Aquelis into your PCs folder, so you guys should all be able to see them now. You want to stop and take a look at their...
Drachima.
Oh boy.
Wow. Okay.
Got 11 hit points?
No, that's just an error.
Oh.
I feel very inferior to Avro. Man.
So
Better than
5.
every day.
So
Such intelligence.
she's got 3 hit points, a -1 AC.
Yep.
So, because she's got no armor and a
Dex of 8.
dex of 8 penalty. Wow.
But
So
she
that
has,
means
she has lay on hands and 2 ranks of healing.
lay on hands, 2 ranks of and then spells, and she's got cure light, and she's got 3 castings of that.
No, it's not correct. Sorry. She has 2 castings.
2 cast. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's what I thought because she's first level. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So 2 castings of cure light wounds, lay on hands, and healing proficiency 2.
Yep. She's a very good healer.
All right, we need to keep her alive.
Castinus, do you want to give her the comfrey?
Yes, I do.
All right, so she'll take the comfrey.
When Priestess is wearing your armor, it might be worth getting her some protection if they. I forget if they can wear anything.
She says our order does not train us to wear armor.
Armor, yeah, she can't.
Their armor is the light of the Lord.
And I guess
no,
wearing the
That's
armor.
why so many of them go to meet him.
We are armored in our faith, she says. Avaro says, Yeah, I'm armored in my faith too, but I also wear a breastplate, lady.
Okay, we are definitely going to have to keep her alive.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll cut over to Avarice, who is now down in the tavern. And Avarice, go ahead.
Before I go to the tavern, I want to stop by to see if there are any women in the prison.
There's no prison.
Oh, I thought there might be a... Okay. Well, damn.
And I'll go with Avarice because I'm looking for an ale.
Okay. So you head down, and you're like tired of all this honeyed wine and stuff like that. So at the tavern, they have on offer, they have vinegar and water, barley water and honey, milk and honey, watered local wine, warm spiced Chrysaean wine, and honeyed Tyrrhenian wine.
What?
Higlac is like, I hate the Auran Empire already.
What is with this perfumed garden water that these folks drink here? Needs a worthy ale.
Looking at the owner of the tavern, that I would want to, or the manager, whoever, that I would ask around, try to figure out who that is.
You met him. He was the big fat guy.
Oh, wait, that's right. I will say, look, he's good muscle. Pay no attention to him insulting, for some unknown reason, your things. I was wondering, on our official business, to take care of this brigand problem and hopefully reopen the lines of communication for you to get your alcohol. Would you happen to have a young lady who we could borrow for 2 to 3 days? Nothing untoward. We are not barbarian. Well, he's a barbarian, but nothing untoward. What we need is...
The fat man looks at you and he says, he's literally a barbarian.
Well, like I said, he's a barbarian, but he's not that kind of barbarian. And we are not barbarians, and we have explained to him that one does not have their way with women in this empire, and one ends up having bad things happen, like getting gelded. Anyway.
He says, wait, I thought you wanted her for 3 days. You don't want her?
No, I want her for 3 days, but not for that. What we need is someone to assist us as a civilian to ride in a wagon with us.
He looks at the barbarian. He's like, is this some sort of barbarian thing?
Yes. No. My friend here likes to kill people, and if we have a pretty woman riding in the wagon, it's far more likely he'll get a chance to do that.
You're going to kill the woman?
No. We're going to kill the men who see the woman, and being the scoundrels that they are, cannot help themselves but to approach.
I understand.
And then we're going to kill all but one of them, and that one is going to tell us where the rest are.
That's my job.
I understand. All right, well, I'll introduce you to one of the girls, but I want 5 gold for my time.
3 gold.
Okay.
Unless she's definitely going to say yes.
No guarantee.
You're her employer.
He takes the 3 gold. Okay, so he says, Catrice Marini, get your ass out here. And, door opens up, and the girl is hastily pulling herself together, and she's strumming on a portable lyre. And she's like, I'm here. Who am I to entertain?
How good is your singing voice?
She says, my singing voice? Not good enough that I was able to get a job anywhere else, but I suppose it's all right.
But can you project?
I can scream pretty loud if that's what you're into.
No, I mean in tune. I want you to give the best concert you have in your life with your adequate voice to carry as far as possible.
Sure. She's kind of looking over at her boss, like...
Because we are patrons of music.
Disturb the other guests?
No, we're needing a musical accompaniment for our wagon ride.
Oh. Wait a minute.
You see, my friend here, when he doesn't have music, gets angry.
You're those adventurers I heard came into town. The Gray Brothers, aren't you?
Well, usually the Blues Brothers, but that's a different timeline. Yes, we're the Gray Brothers.
She says, this sounds dangerous.
And I give her my best Jake Blues talking to Carrie Fisher in the cave and say, Madam, do I look like the type of person who would take a beautiful woman such as yourself on a dangerous adventure?
All right, go ahead and roll 2d6 plus 2 for me.
This is when you're going to max it, man.
That is just not good.
She says, you look exactly like the sort of conniving scoundrel that would try and get you killed. Yeah. And she just shakes her head and storms off. And then she says, nobody talk to that guy. He's a creep.
That is so poetic in some strange sort of way. Oh
All right,
my
so
goodness.
with the natural 2, that roll is so bad she is now hostile to you guys, and no one can recruit her.
It's very sad.
Was it wrong of me to say that could have not gotten any better?
So I will say to the barkeep, do you have anyone else who doesn't insult your customers and may want to go on an adventure?
He looks at you and he's like, "No, I don't think I do."
I was afraid you'd say that. Are there any other establishments in town?
Nope, this is the one.
Ain't that a bitch? All right. Well, hopefully. I'm sorry. She is just a bard maid, correct? That whole thing at the beginning, she wasn't confused.
She's level 0 NPC.
Well, no, I'm making sure what her basically, she is just a barmaid. She's not like a barmaid / entertainment.
Oh, she is.
Okay, I'm making a mental note that I am taking a portion of my treasure, and I am coming back, and I am hiring her.
Okay. The innkeeper will be happy for your custom. All right, so it is now late morning. You've recruited 2 henchmen, and you've purchased some supplies of comfrey yesterday. Got those over on your healer now. What would you like to do next, Grey Brotherhood, after these sterling 24 hours of unbroken success?
I think it's time to get out of town before it kills us.
Well, there's
Oh my goodness.
there might be some mercenaries for hire at the Merchants Guild.
Look, let's just get the fuck out of town, okay? I am with Winfor at this point. This place is unlucky. We need to leave.
All right.
I think the wagon ride is out. So
Well, now why is that? We've successfully located our female, have we not?
I mean, you have
That's our cleric.
Drachma the priestess, sure.
Yeah. Well, is she going to be traveling with us?
Hold on, pause. I just heard echoes of JY coming out of Alex's mouth. Yes, you could use the priestess that you desperately want to keep alive as bait.
Yeah, I do not. Yeah, that is not a good idea for the reasons that Grant has illuminated.
Come on,
I
Scott.
love just the PTSD that most of you can see on Grant's face, but you have no idea what has happened, which is why it is so hilarious for me.
Excellent. All right, well, guys, what do you want to do? It is a pleasant spring day. Skies are blue. No wind, no rain.
Let's get the
what I
wagon.
thought is there's another way to find somebody to question, and that's to go into the forest and find somebody to question.
I'd like to drop by my fellow mage, Malin, and just see if he has any advice for us before we venture out. If he can give us any lowdown, give me any insights.
Okay.
That might better prepare me.
So, okay. So you head over to the chapter house. The had walked back up that long ass hill. You guys are like getting huge buff calves from going up and down the hill constantly. So the chapter house is like an 85-foot long, 45-foot wide building. It's where the staff officers, arcane specialists, assistants, and servants live. The door is always kept closed and locked because of the valuable library and other things inside. And so there's a guard at the entrance, and he nods as you approach, and he says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, I'm Tyrenius the Mage, and I'm here to visit Malin.
Oh, Malin the Misshapen? You don't want to meet him.
I beg your pardon, fellow. As a mage myself, I suggest you don't disparage those of us with this gift.
No offense intended, mages. Don't turn you into anything. I'll go get it. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
He opens up the door
Quickly.
Does Polly want to become a frog?
And okay, so it takes a little bit for Malin to get there, and when you see him, you realize why. The guy is just an absolute mess. His legs are crooked. His body looks like it was shattered by an explosion. His entire face has been melted off. He's absolutely hideous to look at, and you wonder that he's even still breathing. He's like got a rasp.
My goodness, Malin, my dear fellow. Had I known, I would have insisted that they bring me to you instead of forcing you to come down to meet me. Such shape.
He did the exercise.
Granted, we all say that. As you may have heard by now, word has traveled through town that the Grey Brotherhood is going to be helping with the troubles we have in the forest. And I was wondering if I might visit with you and see if you have any insight to share with me from your perspective of what's been going on. What have you observed, or have you noticed anything, any magical events to be concerned of?
Why don't you come into the library?
Okay, I follow him in,
All right.
courteously letting him lead the way.
Did we lose Newton? No, I guess he just stepped away. All right. So he takes you over to the library. It's dominated by this large pinewood table with wickerwork stools around it with thick upholstery. The table's a mess of ink stains and paperwork, wax tablets, styluses. There's a glass orb on the table that's glowing with magic, and all sorts of books piled everywhere. And he says, "There is one thing I found that might be of interest."
Oh, what is that?
They put it away. I told them not to put the books away. Can you get that tome there? Fallen Empire.
Oh, this one?
Yep, that one.
I reach it down.
Empires of the Known World by Matthias Scale. Yeah. Good. Just put it on the table.
Empires. I don't believe I'm familiar with that tome.
Yeah. I found this. The drool is coming out of his mouth. Listen to this. Suetonius relates a legend of a Zaharan temple within the present-day Viespan forest, containing evil so foul that it corrupted all who dwelled within. Now, as with most of Suetonius's tale, there's no way to verify the claim, because he says that during the Imperial War, the Crusaders of Law unleashed a cataclysm which buried the temple forever beneath a dome of rock. Whatever the truth of the legend, my own explorations of the Viespan found no sign of such a place, though a natural dome of black granite did hint at the basis of the myth.
I see. When were you in the forest? Was this some time ago?
Me? No, I was never in the forest. This book is quite old. It's several things.
I see. I'm sorry, I misunderstood if you said your own investigations revealed a dome of rock.
Oh, no, that was I was reading Suetonius.
I see. That's very interesting. Are you aware? No. I got the feeling, I guess I was getting confused with the names of some of the adventurers. I thought there was a tie there, but perhaps not. Have any of the other adventurers that have gone missing sought you out?
Oh, yeah, Vestus the Unlikely came by. He's unlikely to survive.
Truly a terrible guess. Why would you say that, though? Unskilled, was he?
He was last in his class at the Tower of Knowledge.
Terrible.
Truly.
You
Well,
got 1,000 gold.
Hey, is Newton here? Because Newton, we're not getting any camera image from you.
What? Really? Huh.
I am.
I
seeing
am,
him.
but it's flickering back and forth. And in
Oh, yeah.
response to the whole last in this tower class, I was wondering if he had long flowing golden locks and happened to ride a horse.
Yeah.
Custer?
Yeah, I'm not getting a camera from this very soon. Oh well. Oh,
I can see Newton.
Now I'm getting something. Now.
But
There he is. Okay. There you are.
Newton has figured in and out as I've been watching.
Yeah, he keeps kind of drifting out. Anyway, it's good. He says that's about all I've found. Seemed interesting.
I see. Say if it's not, if I'm not prying too deeply, what may I ask? What befell you to have afflicted you so?
When I was a scholar at the Tower of Knowledge in Aura, I had a scholarship for advanced numerology. The pressure there was intense for the competition, but I was in the running to be a regent candidate. I took some shortcuts in the laboratory. It didn't pan out.
Get a spoon.
So sorry to hear that.
They gave me this job here at the fort. There's a consolation prize.
It's a bitter reward.
Better than being seen by the people who used to know me.
I can imagine. Well, good sir. I'm going to be going off to pursue those very same rumors in the forest as we track down these beastmen and other creatures.
Have you had the dream?
No, I can't say that I have. I don't recall anything from last night.
The red heart? Beating in the rivers of blood? You'll have it. Trust me.
Is this frequent?
Started after the earthquake.
The earthquake. What was there damage? What was this earthquake? Was it local to here to the toll?
It's just a rumble here about a year ago. I remember because it spilled my ink all over a very promising spell scroll I've been working on.
See. And then this dream, does it get stronger? Or was it always thus?
It's been more frequent. I thought you wouldn't be having it as well. Maybe it's just me.
Oh, other people have mentioned it as well.
Have they?
Yes. The Legionnaires seem to be afflicted with it also.
No one's mentioned it to me. People don't come to it.
No one seeks out your assistance?
I mean, the Legate does sometimes.
I see. See.
Well,
Wow.
if you excuse me, I'm quite fatigued. This is
Yes.
a lot of exertion for me today.
Well, I thank you for your time and assistance, and I will, if anything comes of this dream, I will come back.
Happy to
consult
lend
with
a
you.
hand.
And I shake his distorted hand.
All right, so he heads back off to his chambers in Slow Pathos. All right.
And
What else do you guys want to do?
I walk out to the gate of the keep, and I guess I don't know if I'm going to look out and see my fellows.
Yeah, they're milling about down.
Wait for them.
Yeah. They're milling
Oh,
about
good.
down in the town.
I'm ready to GTFO before I cause the heat death of the universe or something.
Right. Okay, well, what do you guys want to do?
So, do we have a wagon? Did we get a wagon, or are we just going to walk?
You do not have a wagon or horse.
No, we do not have a wagon. But I think Tyrannius kind of got some clues about what might be in the forest.
Agreed. I assume
It's on a
Trinity,
wagon,
you
should we
tell
just
all
head?
of us.
So that's kind of interesting that Crusaders brought down some sort of dome.
Yeah.
I think back and Alex, with just real quick with my theology proficiency,
Huh?
would I be able to see if there are any stories from of old in the Imperium temples that suggest anything like that?
Go ahead and make a proficiency throw. It's a D20.
D20.
All right. So, it was not something that was taught to you in your theological training. It must have been an event that occurred a very, very, very long time ago.
Okay.
All right. So, what are you guys up to?
There's no ale in this town. Whatever we're gonna do, let's do it. Tired of waiting around.
It seems like there's two paths. There's either we get a wagon somehow with the limited money we have and head out on the road, or we just go across country towards the forest and explore. I think those are kind of our two options, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you should pick one.
I say
I'm
we
inclined to go to the forest.
All right.
Let's roll for it, unless I'm the only one who wants to go to the highway. Evens we go to the forest, odds we go to the highway.
The question is whether we want to just plow straight in or reconnoiter and assess a little bit of the area beforehand.
Well, I'm thinking we look tasty enough without a wagon.
Yes.
Someone might be tempted to jump us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's worthwhile walking the highway. We can always, if we do it for a couple of days and nothing happens, we can always then divert to the forest.
Okay. I mean, there is that next fortress to the east along the road with the Viespen Forest to the north between us. So,
Yep.
That's reasonable. That's kind of in the same direction.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Let's do that then.
Sounds good.
That works.
Okay.
and the nice thing is, if we do get to the other fort also without, any being ambushed or otherwise accosted on the road, then there's another opportunity for us to potentially hire mercenaries or legionnaires from there.
Okay.
Or, dreadfully mess up and raise a lynch mob that, of course, strings me up in the next town. I mean, at this rate that we're going,
All right. So I've activated the Borderlands map, and your plan is to march from Turos Tem to Turos Aster.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Because then, yep.
You guys set off. So you have legionnaires with you on foot. So your speed of march is 12 miles a day. On the road, it goes up to 18 miles a day. So it will be 3 days. It will be 1 day of travel. We'll get you almost to the fort, and then you'll arrive in the late morning of the second day. Or if you want, you could force march to make it there.
No reason to force march.
Yeah, I agree. It'll make us look more suspicious if we're zipping through that quickly. Merchants wouldn't do that.
Okay.
most sane people wouldn't do that.
No reason to wear us out unless we have a purpose to. So,
Does the road travel through hills there to the south of it?
It goes up. It goes up a little bit through hills. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So
Yeah, do we all have cloaks that we can use to conceal our weapons?
not unless you bought cloaks to conceal your weapon. You have two.
Oh.
You have two guys that you have a guy that looks like a Roman legionary, So
That's okay, because he looks like a legionnaire. He could very well just be a guard. That's fine. The rest of us, I'm just saying, if you have a cloak in your inventory, wear it.
Okay.
We'll just
Well-
look like a bunch of folks who happen to be traveling the same direction.
And not showing off a whole lot of weaponry in the process. We want to look like a soft target, not a hard target.
Sure. All right. So you head northeast on the road, and you have an uneventful day of travel, and the sun begins to set. Every mile or so, as you go on the road, you walk past a watchtower, a 2-story wooden watchtower. Most of the watchtowers are unfortunately unmanned because the troops have all been sent west to fight the Skysos. So at one point, about six miles into your destination, you come to one manned watchtower, and the guards wave down at you.
Can we look at the guards and make sure they're actually guards?
They peer down at you, and they're like, "Hey, Alvaro." Okay.
Okay, answers that question.
Yeah.
Gang, do we want to stop a little bit before sundown? Like, say about an hour? The first watchtower we see about an hour before sundown, and occupy by force?
Yeah, you can do that. That's easy.
Yeah.
Just take over a watchtower for the night.
I'd rather be
Yeah,
in the
that's-
watchtower down the open.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
How
Of course, that
large
does make us
is
less
this
bait.
watchtower?
I'm sorry?
How large is this watchtower? Can all of us occupy it at one time?
Yes.
Okay.
That makes us look like less bait, but we don't
Yeah,
mind
and-
we're bait during the day, but we're not bait at night. At night, we're prey.
Yeah, I think any reasonable traveler might choose to stay in a building rather than out in the open in general, though.
Go ahead.
I don't think
no
that's,
cooking.
that's not suspicious.
No cooking taters or sausage at night, okay?
Or beans.
I mean, the
Taters?
smell might attract something.
All right.
What's taters?
So you guys make yourselves comfortable in an RN watchtower. So these are 2-story structures. There's a ladder that goes up, and then you go into the watchtower, and then you can access the first floor of the watchtower. And there's some supplies and things kept there for soldiers that occasionally man them. It looks like this one probably hasn't been manned in about a month or so. So there's the supplies are relatively stale, but there's some bread, some olive oil, some cheese, and a few sleeping pouches that you can sleep on.
All right.
Oh, good.
So
So it
for
doesn't
watch
appear that it's
rotation-
been raided?
No, it doesn't look like it's been raided.
That's encouraging.
Can we pull the ladder up after us, or
Yeah,
do
of
we have to
course.
leave it down?
No, you can pull
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to
All
pull the ladder up after us.
it. Okay.
I guess we have to get 8 hours of sleep minimum, right? For
Yeah.
the spellcaster types.
Yes, we do.
Okay. So,
It's spring, so it's 12 hours of darkness, 12 hours of daylight. You've marched, so you basically have 12 hours of night shift to cover. So the mage, the
Okay.
sword, and the cleric should make sure they get 8 hours uninterrupted. That's fine.
So we got 3 groups.
I'll take I'll take the last watch then, so that I'm up at sunrise.
Makes sense.
We can do the first watch.
All right. Everyone's got first watch. So, Serenius,
And then-
you want first or last watch?
I'll do last watch.
So Serenius and Raymond are on last watch. Winfor, who else is on first watch?
We have our legionnaire as well.
Yep.
Ought to be standing watch with somebody.
He's like, I can stand watch with the pointy-eared guy. Someone needs to keep an eye on him.
All right.
I'll also take first watch.
All right, so you got 3 guys on first watch, nobody on second watch, and 2 people on third watch.
Okay, I'll take number 2.
All right.
Same.
All right, Higlak and Castus take the sup watch in the middle of the night. Okay, great. Well, nothing happens, so the night passes uneventfully. Your careful and rigorous guard schedule looks like clockwork. And Dracunis says, "Thank you so much for not asking me to do a watch. I slept really well." Okay.
We don't mind if you sleep well, because when the time comes, we'll need you at your peak powers.
Excellent.
Yeah. I meditate as I arise, and I think back to myself. Did I have any dreams?
No, none of you had any.
Heart
I had one about where everybody thought I was my brother.
Right.
The goddesses
I read
Wilson did not,
screaming.
the goddesses Wilson did not visit us in our sleep. There was no these dreams for us.
So, is there a way to open our character sheets on a in a different window?
Right click.
You should be able to, yeah.
You right click on Actors Directory, it'll pull it up in a different spot.
Yep.
Items directory.
Okay, so
The 3
do you,
people.
do you intend to make your way over to tourists after today, or are you going to make another trip down the road?
I think we should make
I have to
at least
confess.
at least some reconnaissance towards the forest and see what we can see.
I agree. I confess, I'm very
Let's do it.
skeptical that we look like any sort of tantalizing prey for brigands, despite all of our best efforts.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think we should head into the forest.
Well, we haven't gotten to the place yet, and we still can try to recruit more folks before we go into the forest.
No, let's go into the woods.
Does anyone else have gold?
I don't think we have any more gold. I mean, we've got, like, Tyrannius has got the only gold left.
I have 14 gold,
That's-
but not much
that's why I'm
personality.
s- That's why
So
I'm
you
saying
guys-
let's
you
go
guys
into
have
the
spent
woods.
You guys have spent 42 gold so far.
So yeah, so that's enough. That's enough to hire at least.
No, that's what you spent.
Oh, right, and it was 75. So that gives us at least enough to hire 2 more folks that ask for an upfront 12 each.
Yeah.
2 more legionnaires. So I mean, I say let's give it a try.
Perhaps we need somebody who's better skilled at bartering.
But you have
Well, that's what we got.
very good at that, yeah.
Yeah, Cassidus.
But again, I say,
I'm looking for
why not
another try.
go-
Well, we're an hour or 2 out of the town. We could potentially go in.
which means we can sleep there tonight and barter in the morning. But let's go into the woods and see what gold we might get.
Yeah. I vote for going into the woods.
I second the motion.
Oh,
Okay, that's 2 for the woods. Newton?
I vote for going into to the next town since we're
All
so
right,
close to
Serenius?
the fort.
I'm feeling like I want to go into the town as well. I don't know. I don't think we're just peek our head into the woods and pick up some gold and come back out again. It's not going to go that way.
All right, Avarice?
No, I'm forced. It's a 3-3 split at the moment.
3-3 split. Okay, good job. How do you guys want to decide? You want to split up? Or,
No way.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I'll change to the
Let's
forest
split
just so we
up.
don't have a split.
Hold on.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan if we want to die.
I'm just saying it's not.
All right, hold on. All right, I'm like, let Amanar let us know his what his will is by lot. So evens we go into the forest, and odds we go into the fort.
All right.
Even
it roll?
was the forest. So That's the forest.
All right. Aminar wants us to go into the forest. So,
Okay.
all right.
All right. So you guys head into the forest. Do you want to head north or northwest?
I said north.
I mean, Alex, my character has both navigation and pathfinding.
Correct.
So I would say I'm fairly familiar with the area, and so we could somewhat.
Yes, you are very familiar as a pathfinder, so you think you can navigate through the Eastern forest relatively quickly. Yeah, you don't think of that.
Okay, I would say let's head. It's if we're right there, let's go to the hex that's at the 10 o'clock.
Go there?
Yep.
Okay. Very exciting.
That's for all that smuggling that you do, Castinus. I know you'd like those types of pathfinding as an adventurer.
I'm laughing at Grant's laughter at that's very exciting.
All right.
Because he and I just had the same thought. When a DM says it's very exciting, or the judge says it's very exciting, shit's about to go down.
Right.
It's never a good sign.
All right. So it takes you about 3 hours of marching to get from the watchtower to the forest. And so you've now gotten into the forest, and at this point, you can continue to sort of march around in a direction you'd like to go, or you can search the area, and each hour you get a search throw. Your choice.
Scouting, let's search the area. I mean,
Yeah,
isn't that
I'd
kind
say
of what
let's search the area.
All right. So Sean, you have you are a pathfinder. So go ahead and make that check.
That's a D20.
D20. Yes. And he gets. I don't see a roll.
Put the slash on the other side of the R.
There we go.
Is there a dice roller toolbar that allows you to use it without having to type?
All right. There is. You can create hotkeys, but it's just a little bit more advanced.
That's okay.
All right. So, you guys are searching around.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. So, go ahead and so you were heading northwest. So go ahead and put yourselves in whatever marching order you'd like to be.
Hold on. I lost audio.
Lost audio of me.
I'm hearing you, Alex.
Okay.
Gotcha, Alex.
I'm hearing both of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard both too.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. So you can see here's Higlak, here's Castinus Acardinus, here's Avarice, here's Avaro, Winfor, Drachima, Raymond, and Tyrannus. So go ahead. You guys were heading northwest in the forest. Please put yourselves in whatever marching order you'd like to be in the forest.
Who all has spears?
All right, so I'll be.
Avaro has a spear.
So you should probably be in the second rank. Probably Grant and I, or Higlak and I, should be in the front rank. We're the two fighters.
Agreed.
We should have the somebody in back who's a beefy type.
I can take the trail position.
So you want to be up front, kind of scouting?
No, I was going to say I'll be in the I'll be the back one.
Oh, the rear. Okay, so Castinus can do the rear. Okay, great.
He's just in the middle.
Yeah, I think Drachima definitely needs to be in the middle, and I'll be next to her as her guard, which is kind of weird.
Probably also spread out 5 foot intervals.
Up to you.
I want to be
I don't
somewhere
wanna
in the
be
center.
within 5 feet of somebody. I'll be off to the flank on the in the center.
Well, you can't all be in the center because
No, we had a march order. We had the two.
Because that's where the mage goes, is in the center. You can't all be with me.
you have two guys. in
Yeah,
front,
no, that's what I'm
and you
saying.
have
I'm saying
Avaro in the second rank, and then Newton said he wanted to be in the center next to the priestess. You said you wanted to be in the center, and Tyrannus said he wanted to be in the center. You can't.
No, I wanted to be in the center of the formation, but off to the flank.
Okay, so you're off to the flank. So
I'm putting 5 to 10 feet between me and the next person.
great. I see where you are. Yep. All right.
Okay, wait a minute. So, and then where's? Okay, so I see. What? Okay,
I'm the bright
so
glowing guy in the
Terenius-
middle.
Yeah, so Tyrannus, you need to be in the middle next to Drachima. I'll be in the rear next to Cassinus. And then I'll behind Drachima next to I'll be behind Drachima next to Cassinus. And then Avarice over on the flank. Okay, that looks good.
So
to
you
me.
only have one guy in your second
Okay.
rank then. Great.
Avaro?
Yep.
Well, he's the only one who
Well,
can
we
fight
only
from the
have so
second
many-
rank, or melee from the second rank, so I think that's fine.
We only have so many people.
Yeah, no.
Avarice, do you?
Okay. So at this point, I need all of you to make surprise rolls, please. It is a 1 or a 2 for each of you, except for Jonathan, for whom it is a 1. You're going to roll 1d6. If you get a 1 or a 2, you are surprised.
I've got with alertness, it's +1.
Oh, you got alertness, and you also are only surprised on a 1.
Oh, okay, it's 1d6 you said?
Avarice is fine. Ramus is fine. Hiblack is fine. Grinfor is fine. Serenius is fine. Roll for Drachima and Avaro as well.
All right, I'll roll for Drachima.
I got Avaro. Oh, Avaro didn't do that well.
All right, so Avaro is surprised.
And what about Drachima? Oh, Drachima's not. Okay, I see it.
Okay. All right. So, you guys are prowling your way through the forest, searching for layers or tracks or anything. And 70 feet away, up on a low rise, accessible by a pair of boulders, you see a pack of orcs, a gang of orcs, 3 spearmen and 3 crossbowmen. And they give out a cry and ready to attack you. So let's start the battle. In combat.
Oh my.
Oh, initiative.
Somebody's rolling hot.
All right. Did anybody
So,
want
wait a
to
minute.
cast a spell before I tell the initiative?
Hold on.
How far away are they?
They're 70 feet away.
I'll cast a
Hold
spell.
on. Hold on. Before I figure out whether to cast a spell or not. How rocky is this area?
You can see the map, Newton. Wait, are you wanting to use Slingstone?
Yeah, well, I want to consider it as an option. Yeah.
It's rocky enough you could use Slingstone, yeah, but you can only throw 1 stone at first level anyway, so you only need 1 stone.
Right. But is it a D? Would it be a D6 or a D10?
It would be. Let's see.
Because it says hills.
That's the number of objects, not the damage. The slingshot
Oh, I
always
see,
deal
I see.
1d4 damage, and it's just
Always deal
that's how many are available. You're first level, so you can throw 1 for 1d4.
Understood. Got it. So those are just the number available, not the damage. All right.
All right, Terenius, are you casting a spell?
Oh.
I
may
never mind.
say. Did somebody say something?
I'm sorry, I was confused. Go ahead.
Okay. I may cast Thunderclap.
Thunderclap? Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I'm not casting.
You're
I'm not
casting Thunderclap, and Gwynfor, what are you casting?
Need missile.
Okay, got
Take
it.
out the marchers.
Okay, well, the round begins, and
Which is just
it is Avro of Aquilus at 6, Terenius Orn at 6, and the Orc Crossbowmen at 6. There are 6 of them, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you, so there are more of you, so they have the initiative. All right, Orc Crossbowman, he will take a shot at Piglack. Piglack looks scary.
Hey, I don't see myself in the initiative order.
Oh, looks like you. Hang on, let me get you in there.
Oh, and I've got a +1 to initiative, so I'm at 6 also.
It's all factored
Yeah.
in. It's already all been factored in.
Okay, got it.
There's a combat tracker. It automatically rolls for you. Okay, so
Oh, I see.
all right, so the orc crossbow shoots at Higlak with hits AC -3, so that is a miss. The arrow whizzes past. The second orc crossbowman is going to shoot at Gwynfor.
Oh.
That's an AC -2, a miss. And Gwynfor, the arrow thuds past you into the soft earth. It now goes to Abro Avaquelis, who is completely surprised, so his action is skipped. And then it goes to Tyrenius Orn and Avarice McCabe. All right, so Tyrenius, your spell goes off. So you are thunderclapping these guys, right?
Yep, I'm targeting straight ahead the guy in the center of the formation.
All right, and what's the
Up in that
area of
area.
effect on your thunderclap? 5-foot radius?
Yes. Each creature within 5 feet must make a blast saving throw.
Okay, and you're targeting the center guy here?
Yeah, I think that gives me the best coverage. 5 feet, either him or... Yeah.
I can't tell if this is diameter or...
Oh, yeah, I should be able to put the spell effect down, can't I? Select targets?
So
No.
1, 2, 3. So you'll hit 4 of them. Actually, 1. Yeah, he's out of range. Yeah, you'll hit 4 of them. Okay, so I'm going to make their saving throws, and let's see how they do. Fail. Fail. Oh, no, succeed. Fail. And fail. So 3 of them failed. Give me a die 6 for damage.
All right. Oh, really? One.
Bummer. Okay. So the thunderclap goes off with a massive burst of energy. Thundering roar breaks through the air, and several of the orcs are bleeding slightly from the ears as a result.
I think the dice owe us dinner and a movie. Probably some flowers tomorrow morning.
Okay, Avarice, you're up.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Avarice, yeah.
Okay. For movement, do I have enough to hold on? I gotta find my movement again.
Your movement speed is 90-foot combat speed in the wilderness, so you have plenty of movement.
Oh, wow. Well, they're actually in melee range then.
Yeah, you could run it, but the problem is they're up on that hill, so you'd either have to kind of go around them to the side and come up, or if you want to charge, you can charge up those boulders, but you have to make a check to avoid falling off the boulders on the way up.
Yeah, climb check.
I'm going behind this tree to give myself some obscuration from the crossbows.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to zap the first crossbow guy on the left.
So you want to go which tree? This tree, James? Okay, so that one, and then so you want to try and shoot at that crossbow guy. Okay, make your attack.
Short bow it is.
Oh, very sad. All right, your arrow whizzes past him. Very ineffectual missile fire. Okay, it comes up to Gwynfor, whose mage missile goes off.
I mean, a nice steakhouse owes us dinner.
I can move as well, correct? Or do I have to be stationary when I'm?
If you're casting a spell.
Yep.
All right. So I want to target one of the injured archers or crossbowmen.
Okay.
Is
So
the one in the middle back?
Yep,
Was he one of the ones?
Yep. All right, you do 1d4 damage. It automatically hits. Hit that roll 1d4 button.
I did. It's not rolling. I'll do it manually.
One. All right.
But I hit him.
Clearly,
Oh, boy.
the celestial spheres are out of alignment, and arcane magic seems to be weak in this region. The effects are not nearly as much as you had hoped. Okay, it goes to Castinus Acrodinus. We lose Castinus? We did.
Oh no!
Lost. So now I have to kick him so he can come back in. Okay, well, I'll roll for Castinus since he's not here.
What are you guys doing? Are you guys there? What?
So I will attack with Castinus. He will shoot his crossbow at one of his crossbow.
I think he's back.
I don't see him back. All right, so he hit AC 3. That is enough to hit the orc crossbowman, and the orc crossbowman dies. There's the bolt shoots forth, goes just above his scale armor into the soft, fleshy part of his neck. The orc reaches up and clutches it, gurgles once, and topples over the ground. Okay. So it now goes to Higlac.
Do I have a chance to do a reaction to yell something?
Sure. Sean,
A reminder, we need one alive.
Sean, you missed a glorious moment in which Castinus just killed Crossbowman, got the first kill.
Hey.
All right.
All right.
Sean.
So, Alex, just to confirm, I can climb up this, rock shelf, I guess.
You'd have to make a check to climb it.
Okay. Or I have to make a check to run up the boulder. Either one, right?
Yeah, the check to run up the boulder is much easier than the check to go up the sheer cliff.
Okay. Then that makes it really simple. I'm going to move to here, running up the boulder to attack this guy right there. That's within my 90-foot
Okay.
movement. And I'm what check do I need to?
It's a climbing check. You need an 8 or higher.
On a D20.
D20. All right. I'll go ahead and roll my D20.
Oh, okay. Piglack leaps across the boulder.
Amazing.
Like an acrobat, lands on the far side of the rise between the bushes. Do you want to go berserk, Piglack?
You know I do.
Okay.
You know I do.
All right, so make your attack. You get +2 for charge and +2 for berserk, so you're attacking at +4.
Grant, as a barbarian, rage or go berserk? No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
come on.
All right, Grant, you hit AC 0. That was your glorious moment, and it didn't happen. Okay, so what happens is your approach is literally so intimidating that they go full defense and are just like desperately warding off your blows for terror of what you're going to do to them. All right, Orc Spearman is next, and so he will step to here and plunge his spear at you.
Of course he will.
Oh gosh.
All right, here it comes. His spear glances off your indestructible skin. All right, let's see. Next spearman. So he's here, and let's see. He sees a mage is hurling bolts of energy. Now, let's see. Yeah, he's gonna chuck his spear at you, Jonathan.
Okay. I disarmed him.
All right, his spear fails to connect with you. All right, now we have another orc crossbowman. He is going to return fire at Castinus. Oh, there's the hit. Castinus takes 4 points of damage.
Please tell me you're still alive.
Yep.
All right. So, Castinus, the arrow thuds through your leather armor into the soft, fleshy part of your pectoral muscle. You grunt in pain and blood leaks out. Okay, it goes to Raymond.
Let me see. Let's see. I'm right behind here. So what I do is, hold on. I'm just trying to. All right, I'll position myself here so that I am in between the crossbow folks and Drachima.
Okay.
And where's Castinus? Where is he here?
Castinus is back here.
He's in cover behind that tree.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Castinus ran to take some cover. You're already in front of Drachima.
Well, it's because I just moved. I was behind her.
Got it. Okay, so that's it? You just moved there?
Yeah, hold on. And let me see, what else do I have? Because I'm not casting a spell. I don't have any other range. And I have to be next to Castinus to cure him. And I couldn't anyway because I didn't declare casting anything. So, yeah, so that is it for the time being, yes.
Okay, last up.
Oh, wait a minute. No, hold on. Sorry. Full defense.
You're defending. Okay.
Yep,
Next up is the orc spearman, and he is going to plunge his spear into Higlak. So he gets +2 to hit you because you're berserk. Oh, and actually +2 because you charge, so +4 total.
Yep.
That's a big hit.
Oh.
And you take 3 points, Higlak.
Okay.
Okay. So in the ferocity of your rage, you barely feel it. All you see is that red has added to red. And you continue to wrath on. Drachima is up. So who's Drachima?
Yeah, to me. So now I'll have Drachima run over to take cover behind this stuff next to Castinus.
Okay. Does she want to use her lay on hands on him?
Oh, that's right, because she doesn't have to declare that. Yes.
Yeah, she can just do that. Yeah, and she will heal him at 2 points.
Yep. All right, but on the other side of there you go. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So she runs over to him and lays hands on Castinus, and Castinus, you recover 2 hit points, and the wound begins to slow in its bleeding. All right. So we go to the next round of combat.
Woo.
Okay, and Raymond
Said that's 2 points.
Yeah. All right. Was anybody casting? Sorry, I should have asked that before I rolled.
Yeah, I'm continuing. My mage missile is continuous, right, until I take damage?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. How many points are you took 4 points, Castinus, and you're down out of how many?
I was at 6. I was down to 2. Now I'm up to 4.
Okay. And then a heal is 1d6. All right, not casting yet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm good.
And to confirm, I only have the one spell I can cast, right? So I'm done. Okay.
Okay, so Raymond Orus is up.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah, initiative changed.
Yeah. So I will. Goodness gracious. Let me see. What's the distance here for me? Hold on. Sorry.
Why is Higlak highlighted on the combat tracker for me? Does anyone else see that?
Oh,
I highlighted him when I was trying to get the wound to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to move stuff here.
you click on your guy, and then you just kind of drag where you want to go, and it shows you the distance.
Hold on, because I was back here.
Yeah, so this is the distance, and you've moved 60 feet so far.
Okay, so that's 60, and then to move to here. Is he not?
So that would be another 52 feet. So you could get to here and still be able to act. If you go further, then that's a full run and you're done for the round. But in any case, you're not going to get to them.
Yeah, I might as well just do the full run so that I'm at the same level with them.
Okay, full run puts you at -2 AC.
Hold on. Oh, does it? Okay.
So you want to hang back to here
Yeah. Hold.
Okay.
And then
and defend.
and defend. Yeah.
Why,
Yep,
why
sorry.
are people putting circles?
I don't know. Was that me?
I think that was you.
That'd be
I'll erase them.
Foundry is really finicky about you'll be trying to figure things out, and they'll just start posting circles at random.
Yeah.
Okay, so Raymond is moving to flank them, and Higlak is up. And Higlak, your charge is over, but you still get +2 from Berserker Rage.
All right. So I'm going to can I judge between the spearman and the crossbowman which one, who's wounded, who has less armor, etc.?
So the crossbowman that is right near you is unwounded. The spearman near you is slightly wounded.
Okay, and no difference in armor?
Oh, the spearman is wearing leather armor with a wooden shield, and the crossbowman is wearing scale armor.
Okay. I'll go ahead and attack the spearman.
Okay.
And that is a +2. Come on, baby.
Oh, there's the hit.
oh,
All right. 6 points. Okay. So, in your rage at being injured, you bring the great axe down in a mighty arc, and it hits right into its skull, cleaves right through the crude iron of its helm. Downward, there's a sickening crunching sound, and gibbets of brain splatter up into the air, coating your face. You roar with joy, and you get a cleave. So you get to make another attack.
All right, this guy right in front of me is getting hit with that cleave.
Okay, do it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Grant, does your axe hunger?
Yes, it does. Oh, baby.
Oh! Incredible. Okay.
My axe hungers!
So, without even a pause, you lift up the axe right out of the skull and spin in a huge sideways arc, catching the crossbowman. He's fumbling to reload, and he's got his arms up like this as he's pulling on the lever, and you catch him under the elbows and into that soft, fleshy part beneath the ribs, and the axe just keeps going until it hits his spine, and then it just keeps going after that. And he kind of looks at you for a moment, and then his legs fall bonelessly one way, and the torso slumps down and splatters red gore everywhere. All right, Higlak, you can move 5 feet if you'd like, or you can stay where you are.
I will go ahead and stay where I am.
Okay. All right. It now goes to... that orc spearman is dead, it seems. Okay, well, it doesn't go to him then. It goes to Jakima.
All right. How could I do a heal proficiency on Cassinus?
You can, but it takes a turn. I actually was wrong. Here's my spearman. So he's going to step forward and attack you. 1 sec. Oh, okay. So you're just roaring and covered with the gore of 2 of his friends, and so he's barely pushing the attack. He's just kind of prodding at you with a spear, and you think he's saying in Orcish, "Keep back, keep back."
No.
Okay, Drachima, over to you. No, you cannot use the healing because it takes a full turn. You could
Full
apply,
turn, okay.
You could apply Comfrey, and it heals 1d3 if you want. That also takes a full turn, though.
All right.
So,
that also takes a
and
full
you didn't
turn. Okay.
cast a spell.
No. Because I only have 2 more castings of that, and I don't know how bad it's going to get yet.
Yeah. Okay, so Dracomus is holding. Goes to Tyrenius Orm.
all right. I'm going to retreat.
Okay. Move the guy. You can move up to 90.
I'm going to hide back down. Oh, he's not wanting to move.
got to make sure you're in the you're in the token controls, and that you've got.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm moving.
Okay, got it. Okay, next up is Avro. Avro.
All right, so
Yeah, it's you.
yeah. So can I throw a spear, or should I try to follow suit and just charge in there?
It's up to you. You absolutely can throw a spear. I mean, right now there's a tree in front of you, so you can move
Yeah.
with it, but
I'm gonna follow the same approach and go in for melee. What's my movement?
his movement is 6 feet. Combat movement.
So let's see, what's distance wise?
So he actually can't get there. He's within 2 strikes with his heavy armor.
All right. Maybe I'll just position myself for a throw then.
Okay.
So what is the distance I can throw?
It's 20,
I guess
40, 20 feet gets you to short range, 40 feet is medium range, 60 feet is long range. So if you get to like here, and then, you get medium range, basically.
All right.
All right, so
Let's do that.
Avro hustles forward, raises shield, hurls his spear, and make that roll.
All right. So I just roll a d20, or is there a specific roll in the character sheet that I can hit?
There should be, if you look in his inventory tab, there should be a spear image that you can just click on, but you can also just roll it.
Oh, sure. That works.
Pin him to the ground!
All right. The spear slices past him. It was almost a killing blow to the face, but at the last second it turned and the spear thuds into the wall behind him. All right, Avarice McCade is
Stumbles.
As I'm running forward, I think I'm going to go up the boulder also.
Okay.
Hold on, let me measure the distance.
Yeah, you should be able to get that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can get there. I am going for a knockout. Is this guy damaged? One of these guys is bleeding from the ears.
This guy is damaged, and the others are not.
Which guy again?
The one that is currently fighting Higgle is damaged.
Even better. I'm going to try to make him go night-night.
Okay, so give me a climb check as you try and scramble up the boulder.
And you have a better climb than
you
I
only
think
need a
others.
six or higher because you're a thief.
He's a repo man.
Oh, man. All right, so Avarice, unfortunately, try and make your way up the border, and your hands slip on the rock, and you don't progress.
The gods are not with us.
Oh, man.
We lost sound, James.
All right, so this orc spearman...
It's the whole trying to use somebody as bait thing that's causing my
now you're
trouble.
paying price. Okay, so this guy runs up here, draws his short sword, and attacks Higgle.
So that stopped my movement. Then also I lost the action to shoot from here.
Oh, well, you had said you were going to go into melee, but you absolutely could still shoot from there. Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I would take my dignity and just be like, fuck it.
All right,
Shut up, Grant.
So what are you shooting?
Short bow.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Who put these sums here? It must be the thief Escal.
It's where I lean around the tree and I go, we should have gone to the town.
For sure.
Ooh.
It's AC 2. Not enough. Not enough. Lances off the creature's armor. All right.
So AC3 is the number.
Spearman is up.
Avarice is considering a career doing something else, maybe being a lounge singer, wagon rider.
All right, Avarice, he is going to shoot back at you. You've got some cover from... Actually, no. He's going to shoot at Avro, who's standing right in the open. And doesn't have any cover.
No!
Bounces off Avro's heavy armor. Okay, Gwynfor, you have another mage missile.
Yeah. So I'll go for the other. Looks like there's the one crosswoman who's not engaged with anybody.
This
I'll
guy?
go for
Yeah.
him.
All right, give me a
Yeah.
roll of D4.
Wow, you have 2 castings?
No, it's new mage.
No,
missile. You just, as long as you concentrate, you get to keep shooting it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that button doesn't work. Okay. I don't know why that's not working.
Right, it isn't working. You're right. That's weird. Anyway, we'll fix it later.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay. So the orc cloakwoman looks down to start reloading his crossbow, and all of a sudden a bolt of arcane force just slices into him, hitting him right in the eye, turning the eye into jelly, and then penetrating into the brain, which explodes out the back of his skull. Okay.
Wow.
And it goes to Castinus.
Again, I would like to scream or use my reaction to scream. Alive! Alive! Opposite of their brains outside their skull.
We only need 1 alive, not 3.
Oh, did we lose Sean? Oh, man. Every time it's Sean's turn, he seems to be dropped.
His circle went white for a while.
All right, yeah. Well, I guess I will roll for Castinus again.
They're all on melee now, though, aren't they?
They are all in melee. So he doesn't have precise shooting, so he can't do it. All right, so it just goes into another round of combat. And here we go. But before we do that, I need to do one thing.
A word from our sponsor.
Okay. So let us see what these guys are.
Oh, because they had 50% casualties.
Morale.
Morale, yeah.
So they've lost, they are outnumbered by more than, they've lost half or more. Okay, so, all right. It is evident to you that their morale is faltering. The orcs are looking back nervously over their shoulders, and it looks like they are thinking about fleeing the fight, but they haven't quite made the commitment to run yet. So, all right, so the orc spearman is up first with a 6. He is going to attack you, but he is rolling at -2 to hit because of his faltering morale. Now, it looks like we got Sean back. Don't have his camera yet. Oh, no! Okay, his spear breaks. Spears break on a natural 1. So, basically, Higlak, he thrusts forward, and you just bring your axe down with this quick slash, shatter his spear, and now you see real fear in the orc's eyes. That was his one chance to take you out, and you're up.
I figured it just broke on his pecs.
All right. I'm going to attack the armed one, the one that still has an axe.
Okay.
And that is a 2, 4, maybe negative. That does.
Oh, that hits. AC.
No, it hits AC 4. I don't know if that's enough.
Oh, yeah, that's enough. Okay, so you just spin in a sideways blow from shattering the spear of the one and just let the momentum continue into the neck of the next one. His head goes flying off the cliff and he topples over dead. You can cleave.
I'm going to cleave, but let me ask a question. Can I use the flat of my blade?
Yeah, you can do a non-lethal attack. You take -4 to the attack roll.
I'll take it.
Okay, so you're at a total of you're +2, -4, so -2. Go ahead. Okay, you hit
So
AC4 again and knocked him out. So you spin on this last guy who's sitting there with no spear and go boom down on his head, and he slumps over. All right, and that ends the combat.
Is it over?
Okay.
Wow.
It's 12:30, so that's a good stopping point for this session, and we'll kick next session off with you guys interrogating your orc prisoner.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, that
Maybe
fight
the
went
dice shall
well.
return.
Yeah.
Man, Mage Missile's pretty sleek now. I
Yeah.
totally missed that it's concentration.
Yeah, you don't get multiple missiles anymore, but you get like the old magic missile, but what you get is you can just keep, as long as you're concentrating, you can keep shooting it. So
That's much more useful in the battle, actually.
yes and no, because the old one, when you got to high level, you get 5 or 6 or 7 of them. That was pretty fantastic for like being a machine gun. But this is better at low levels because it gives a low level cast or something you can do for multiple rounds.
Yeah.
At some point, it'll be better just to charge in and cleave. But right now, there was such a distance, I was like, I'm going to missile it.
Yeah, no, that was a fairly challenging fight because they were up above you guys and half of them had bows, so it was good.
I would just like to say that I've been complaining about the dice in my D&D group, and my wife is convinced now that all the yang to this yin will arrive on Monday when I'm behind the screen.
No doubt, right? You've just been working through some bad die rolls to clear the way for slaughtering your players on Monday.
Yes. People are going to feel the pain.
All right, awesome. Well, we will be returning in 2 weeks for episode 2 of the Grey Brotherhood. So thanks, guys, for being the very first to join me here in displaying ACKS II to the world.
It has been
Thank you.
my pleasure.
That was fun.
I'm going to stop.
Likewise.